So,
Go ahead.
Okay. Never mind. Figured it out. I just wanted to make sure, like, I wasn't sure how I was going to be controlling him, but it's through the same screen. Never mind. Moving on.
All right. So a recap for everybody, especially for Andy, since you didn't get all the way through the video. Last session, I was going to say last week, but that's not the right. You guys went down to the prison. Well, Matt went on a hilarious shopping spree, trying to find beholder eyebrows. Then you guys went down to the quarry, checked out the prison, saw the kind of reddish obelisks that were down there, helped free Tyrael's mother, had a little sit down with Darian the Exactor, talked about the Trident and opening the portal to possibly the next piece of the Trident. After freeing Tyrael's mother, you guys got her set up to leave Castigan the following day, so tomorrow in our current time, from the smuggling ship leaving from the docks. She's currently in the Bearhead Inn, where you guys have all been staying. Then you guys took the Trident piece back to Kagar to be kept in the Royal Vault with probably a little bit more security. But in so doing, a very large shadow-like flame creature tore through reality and took the Trident from the king's advisor that got it from Benefisto. He semi-stabbed himself and coalesced into this humanoid shape after causing everybody's magical items that had been previously blessed to start growing and shrinking respectively. Benefisto nearly lost his ring. Jack nearly lost a testicle or two. Benefisto, or Ishinda, was able to deftly remove the plug.
Almost got my asshole blown out, huh?
Then,
and as soon as you said that, I was like, oh, God. Do I still have an ass?
Tyrael, the frog exploded in his pack, almost knocking him over. And Mikhail previously took off the underwear, so he was unaffected by the whole...
Orcish. What's it called? Ignorance? No. What are those called?
Serendipity?
I don't know. No. Like stigma, superstition, orcish superstition. There we go.
Yeah. So, as you were all dealing with that, the creature basically just handed you guys your ass. Split himself into a bunch of iterations of himself, caused Mikhail to just burst out laughing, caused Ishinda to stop and go white with fear, drop his sword. After Benefisto ran up and tried to club him with his newly electrically powered bone club, he hit the creature being, and it basically told him, "You're nothing," and disappeared. And we left off
like a pussy.
We
ran away from me.
That's not my experience, but okay.
Did he or did he not run away from us? I believe he ran away from us, therefore making him a coward.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying.
So the very last that we left off was the advisor had been choked out and was out cold on the floor. Some healers ran in, they healed him, and the whole throne room filled up with guards.
Oh.
Well, got some explaining to do.
As the advisor stands up, he looks around, kind of assesses the situation. The guards that are running in are confused, not seeing any foes as well. They at first assumed that you all were the ones that possibly attacked the king, but one of the guards that had survived the whole encounter said, no, they helped us fight off whatever this creature was. And you are all now surrounded by most of the palace guards, and the advisor looking very confused and trying to assess the situation.
The advisor, you're talking about Lord Nagakuda, right?
You don't know. His name hasn't been said.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was the guy that was at the right hand of the king at the time, and he was holding court.
I'm gonna go get my sword and sheath it.
All right.
Can't be without it.
As you go to reach for your sword, several guards lower their halberds to you and say, "Watch yourself."
All right.
This,
I'll hold up my other hand, like in surrender, and just slowly put my sword away.
all right. So as this kind of old man, he's not super old, kind of grayish, peppery hair, kind of regally dressed. He looks around, and you could tell he kind of forms whatever thoughts in his head of what's just happened. Guards, arrest the elf! And 6 guards immediately surround Tyrael and tackle him to the ground and start kind of trying to cuff him. He then turns to you. Now, am I to assume that you also are involved in this catastrophe?
I'm gonna ask him in what way he assumes Tyrael is involved in this catastrophe.
Well, I've been following this elf for 6 months. I've had my retainers keep an eye on him. He was the original person who brought us the knowledge of this trident, and now that this creature has just come out of nowhere and attacked us, he would be the only person who would know anything about it. We've also witnessed him sneaking off out through the city and sneaking out into the woods and meeting with some invisible being and talking with it. We also have reason to believe that he is not who he says he is, as far as trying to join the Castigan Scouts. At the very least, he has some significant role in this. Guards, take him to the prison. And just as he's doing this, Kagar and his guards come in through one of the other side doors that they had left, having been notified that the being was gone. And he looks around and sees his advisor trying to arrest somebody.
What is the meaning of this?
And the advisor turns around and, "My Lord Kagar, this elf is not who he says he is, and he's being arrested for his hand in this plot. We need to figure out what's going on and what hand he's had in it and exactly what it is we're dealing with." Kagar kind of mulls it over for a second, sits down on his throne, and
Very well. Guards, call Darian the Exactor. We need to know exactly what this is and what's going on. And a lot of you, what has this elf given you any reason to doubt him?
He has given us no reason. He has been nothing but helpful. He has done nothing but served you as you have asked. He helped us get the trident piece as you have asked us to receive. Arresting him is foolhardy.
My lord, Kagar. This man speaks out of turn. I have eyewitnesses, and we've been trailing this elf for months, for nearly a full year, and he has given us very little reason to trust him. And like I told you before, we should not have sent anyone out to go after this trident. We don't even know what it does.
A quick question for you, the advisor. If you have been following us for this long, please tell me the name of the druid in the forest with whom we met at the beginning of our adventure.
I haven't been following you. I've been following the elf. And as far as he's
He has
been in the
with
city,
us the entire time.
we don't have people to send off on your crazy-ass adventure. I have no idea who you met in the woods.
Your story is full of holes.
And
Kel speaks up. Oi, is this the time for figuring out which of us is to blame, or for figuring out who the smoky black monster thing is? Isn't that the question? He sounded like ancient foe in song. Kagar, don't you recognize the voice?
The voice. Whatever that creature was, his voice was far beyond any normal human. But I did have a strange feeling about him. And he seemed to know me personally. That's why we need Darian. He's very knowledgeable, and I think he'll be able to have a good grasp on this. However, I didn't recognize his voice, and the shadow and flame that wreathed that being clouded any recognition I would have had. But if it is true of what you're suggesting, it might be Carrick. But he was killed. He was torn apart by the magics that he was trying to harness. We never found the body, though. We need Darian. Guards! Quick, hurry and get Darian!
And just as one of the guards is running out, they actually just usher Darian into the throne room, and he's looking around like, "What the hell's going on?" You know, he was just working on the ceremony and thing to open up the portal. He bows deeply to the king. "Ha ha ha! My Lord Kagar, what can I be of service to you?"
Darian, we've just been attacked by... how would you describe it?
Oh boy. Shadowy two persons in shadow, but one person. Like becoming one being, fusion. Very magical, make laugh, make tentacles, sprout from ground. Other details? Druid, good eye.
It was a creature, most likely a demon from another planet or another realm, that joined into this world upon receiving the trident piece. It used the trident to stab itself, to materialize, to begin taking form. It was wreathed in flame.
But had familiarity with Kagar too. It voiced like he knew him. But how know him if it's dead or from other plane?
I do not know.
The words you speak are strange. Let me think. A creature wreathed in shadow flame? And if you're saying that it used the trident's power to pull through to our realm, there is such a creature. There's several different demons and lower demigods that might be able to do that. But two beings is one.
Darian, the bard here, Mikhail, he mentioned Carrick, that it might be a reincarnation or possibly a revisitation of Carrick somehow. Would that even be possible?
Darian kind of ponders a second. Yes. We believe the magics that he was trying to control was... He was trying to bind his soul to an immortal being. thus making him immortal. Uh, be- we believe that when you burst in his chamber and interrupted his magics, that the magic tore him apart. But if the magic just went chaotic and still succeeded, maybe he wasn't able to control the being that he was trying to bind his soul to. If that's the case, they would be at odds. There would be no master. Whoever was stronger would be the one that would control the other. But one couldn't survive without the other at that point. And you said it stabbed itself?
Yes, with trident piece.
With the trident piece. Maybe that's right. The only thing that could subdue a great being, if Carrick was the one that was the weaker, and the demon was in control, if Carrick was able to get a hold of the trident's power could subdue the demon, and Carrick would be in control. That's interesting. If that's the case, the trident. So, as we've been researching this trident, when you brought it to us, we'd researched a little, and it's an ancient relic. It's nothing that any mortal has created. In that case, the trident can't be destroyed without all the pieces. If with the one piece, if that is Carrick, he's subduing a demon, he's going to be immortal as long as they're joined, and as long as they have that trident piece. But there's no way to destroy the trident without gathering all three pieces.
Pliers, pull out.
You'll have to somehow remove the trident piece from him, and the trident is powerful enough to actually kill an immortal being, such as a demigod like that. If you were able to gather the trident, take the trident piece from this dichotomy being that you're describing, and then try and kill him with it, you could kill both of them. But without killing both, you will only temporarily banish one or the other, and the other will anchor their souls together. What demon could do that? Let me think. There is a demon that there's a very powerful demon. It's a Glazbrezu demon. He makes deals and contracts, but they're not what they seem. You think you're getting one thing, and you're dealt. You might get what you want initially, and then turn around and your soul is enslaved to him for eternity, or he kills your parents because you didn't like them, or that kind of thing. They're very evil and chaotic and self-serving.
So you saying demon is demon?
There are many kinds of demons. There are self-serving ones and evil ones, yes, but the Glabrezu, he will not come at you from the front. He will come at you disguised as one thing and convince you to help it, and then turn on you, or and they're very powerful magic users. And if Carrick was trying
Really?
to enslave one, Carrick himself will be a handful to try and defeat. But what evil have we unleashed on ourselves? And as he's pondering, Kagar is just shaking his head and is kind of withdrawn, and he stands up.
Darian, if you can find us any more information about this trident, or more details on these kinds of demons, I very much would like to. We need to end this war before we can do anything. If we're gonna try, if this really is Carrick, he was a powerful necromancer. We faced his legions of undead, and a war will fuel his undead army. If we must stop the war before any more are killed, or we're going to be feeding an even worse enemy. So we could try and stop the war at its front, but I have no way of doing that without just killing. And at the current point, we don't have the forces to overtake them. And the Trident was meant to be a powerful force to reckon with, to change any fate we might have. Darian, tell them what you told me, your initial thoughts on what the Trident might be able to do by acquiring it.
Yes, my lord. The Trident, we believe, can... So the Trident of Fate, but it's not... It allows you to peer into the past and the present and the future, but at your own will. If you can see your enemy, what he's doing now, can you not combat him? If you can see the future outcome of a battle, can you not change that outcome by doing something different? The Trident piece that you brought us, we believe was the piece to the past. The other two must be for the future and the present. Either piece will help us with the war by trying to maneuver ourselves around the free tribes. Unless you have a way that we might be able to negotiate with these savages.
Get him.
I'm biting my tongue.
Is there any way we can get some information on where to find the next two pieces?
Be right back. My pencil broke. I'm taking notes too.
No.
What did you say? Where to find the next two pieces?
Yes.
Oh, wait till Michael gets back. And I forgot to mention at the beginning, a skill that you guys have not used a whole lot, and I don't know if you are really aware of, is sense motive. You can tell if someone's lying or not.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that on that stupid.
So between that, intimidation, diplomacy, bluffing, there are some things that you guys can do in encounters of talking and things that, just in case you guys had forgot or weren't aware of it. So.
Mm-hmm.
I did completely forget about that. Yeah. I do want to try and sense motive on the advisor.
He's just been kind of standing there, so you can't tell. He's. So if he says something, and you want to.
Yeah.
So, Ishinda asked.
I just sense whether or not he's lying.
Ooh.
Liar. Guy's a liar. I just sensed it. Get him.
So Ishinda, you asked if there's a way to find where the other two pieces are. That's where we believe the portal will take us. The words of power that you brought back from the tunnel where you found this first trident piece points to a celestial anchor. Those anchors, we believe, are where the other trident pieces might be. So once we can open this portal, we might be able to send you directly to where the next piece is. Oh shit. We don't have the trident piece. We were intending to power the portal with the trident piece. Without the trident piece, it's gonna take an extra maybe 3 or 4 days before we can open the portal ourselves. We'll need a half dozen arcane users to power the portal. My lord, I apologize. We will not be able to send anyone after the next trident piece for... we need to finish constructing the portal, and then to power it. It might take a week before we are ready. Kegar... hangs his head and scratches his temples.
That is not
given
what
that we could attempt. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
That is not what I wanted to hear, Darian. What did you want to say, Mikhail?
Sorry. This was just a sense motive thing. I wanted to see if he was lying about the time thing, or if there was anything I could tell about that. Oh.
He seems pretty straightforward. He doesn't seem to be holding anything back or...
But, King Kegar, I know that this is not a good outcome, that it would take a week, but just being honest here, if we found another piece of the trident, how do we know that Kerrigan would not just be able to port us to it again and take it from us?
Good question.
The trident piece may not be the answer.
I have same question. Brainy no guy. How we protect Trident? How it even appear? Like he appear before now. Could something happen to make him appear? I mean, advisor guy had touched it. Dirty hands?
Dirty hands. You speak in strange riddles, my green friend. Good point. How could he have come over with... He would have needed the Trident's power beforehand. He would have needed some significant arcane power to pull himself across just to get the Trident. But once he was here and had the Trident, that can anchor him wherever he pleases. There must be something that is feeding him a significant amount of arcane power.
King Hagar and Darian, do you know what's going on in the quarry?
The quarry? Yes. We are digging. We are expanding the city. We are getting resources to ply against the free tribes in this war. And a lot of that material is... Yes?
Did you know that there is a red obelisk of some sort, some kind of magical source of power where magical creatures are being taken and drained of their power? Could that be the source of energy that allowed Kerrigan to port into this route, into this room?
I don't know anything about that. I do know that we've had some... Nagakuda. Yes. You're the one that's been fueling a lot of the digging and research down there. What is it that these folks speak of?
Yes. Well, down in that prison, it's actually a prison. We've been keeping some very dangerous magical creatures, and our intention is to hold these creatures until we can unleash them on the free tribes outside. And those obelisks are the only thing that's keeping our guards alive and holding them down there in the meantime. Is that a new sense motive?
We'd like to sense no motive on what he's saying right there.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Oh, good.
Well,
So Dan, in this arena, how would I switch over to Jack to try and do the sense mode?
Just go to his character sheet.
Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, just side note as far as outside, does anyone actually have skills in it? Because rather than or it's up to Dan, I guess, all of us rolling, or should just the person with the highest roll go for it? Or do you like the randomness that some people will roll a 20 and be able to sense the motive rather than...
I mean, if you really think that all of your characters would be eyeing him with a critical eye, I have no problem you all trying to see if he's lying.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
and also
We
because
probably would.
talking encounters are somewhat new, do we roll sense motive on each time we think, like each kind of new information we get, or is it a constant sort of thing?
it's you really think that what he just said, whether it was
Okay.
a paragraph or, a whole encounter, that you think, okay, he's lying out of his ass. So it's like perception rolls. I want to search for something.
Got it.
I want
Something's
to
specific.
listen.
Okay.
I want to
Yeah.
listen for whatever.
Yeah, it's like that
I've got
drawer in particular is, might have something in it. So
Yeah,
let's
I've
check
got
that
this. I've got this itch that this guy's just blowing smoke up my butt. I want to see if he's lying.
one. Cool. Thank you.
That's good to know.
Jack. So you guys are all watching Nagakuta and his. Oh, here. Speaking of which, so this is Nagakuta. He's very poised, and he seems like he's actually telling the truth.
Don't like him too shiny. I'll wear that coat.
Is Andy still on the? Did Andy drop
No,
his
I'm
headphones?
I can only assume it's one of the beautiful images he gave us earlier.
I agree. It must be.
the fountain of Andy.
Aw.
While we're waiting for him, I'll actually be able to make the Cousins camping trip this year. So
Oh,
I was gonna send out an email. So I know Matt and James for sure. I don't know if Andy will be able to make it because kids are hard. And
Yeah.
Missy and I had a long talk of, is this really a good time? And we'll be able to swing it. So you think you'll be able to make it out, Mike?
I don't know. It's kind of
Hey, that's a long.
Long-
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah. Matt said
Yeah.
that you might be out on the West Coast, so.
yeah. Well, next year definitely. We're probably going to move back to Colorado towards the end of the summer,
Cool.
sort of thing. So
Nice.
Yeah, but I think Matt and I decided, don't get me wrong, like Matt said in his email, neither of us really want to make this long drive, but we figured if there was any chance that Dan and Andy could make the camping trip was if it was Silver Lake. 'Cause
yeah,
It's only like 2 hours, so
yeah.
if you need to rush back, you can, or maybe you can just make it for one night or something like that.
And you guys have to drag that brother of mine out there too.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
But sweet.
It doesn't actually matter to me where we have it. So if we want to go to Silver Lake, we can, or if we want to meet a little bit more centrally, I'm totally cool with that. So, that's a long drive for you guys, and for pulling a 3-day weekend like that, it'll be cool if everybody can get there, relatively without too much bloodshed, just trying to drive out.
Yeah, that's true. I think it really depends on who all can make it, I guess. Because like if Andy has a chance, but the only chance is if it's Silver Lake, then
Yeah.
maybe we keep it there. It's also just tough because we don't really know of any other remote camping places like Silver Lake.
Yeah. And I don't have the time to explore to go up. But there is a lake that is a little bit west of Susanville that's up going towards you guys. That might be a location, but
Look at this guy.
It's a good thought.
He even looks like a douche.
how's the Fountain of Youth?
Oh, not bad. I just had to pee.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I said it before or after you left, but you can't tell that Nagakuta seems to be telling the truth.
He's slick.
Yeah.
Explanation I'm going with.
Yeah.
We're not schooled in it. My gut says that's powering it, and he's an evil bastard. But
I do want to ask
I don't have any
Nagakuta
proof.
what he is using that obelisk for then.
Well,
He said it's to maintain well, no, you can go and ask.
Did he already explain that?
Yeah, he's using it to subdue the magical creatures because he wants to use the magical creatures in the war against the free tribes. So he's using it so that the guards don't get killed, and once they're ready to unleash them, they will take them outside and let them go, I guess.
And he's saying that they're dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did any of the creatures that we met with seem dangerous? Anybody?
Inherently,
Any down there?
when Mikhail looked around, the creatures that were in there, I believe, were a hippogriff, a griffin, the nymph, and that was the only creatures you could see in the dark. There was a lot of alcoves, and he couldn't see a lot of the cave. But there were also more offshoots after you guys entered the fortified dungeon part of the quarry. So there probably are other. So they're technically dangerous. They're very powerful, but they're not inherently evil. They're it's like a bear. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not evil, but it's not gonna just go pet you or something.
You don't want it in your kitchen.
What?
And it's probably not
let
going to
me
be
ask-
okay with being chained up.
Let me ask Lord Nagakuta, what is powering the obelisk?
The obelisks aren't being powered. They're a magic dampening device. They absorb the magical abilities and things of those around it. Everybody make a
Do they
perception
ever-
check.
Okay.
Do they ever disperse this magic that has been absorbed? Is there a way to disperse it? Oh, so close.
Oh, James.
Yikes. We're doing awful right now.
I was also sense motive.
No.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. Try again. Thank God.
Well, you should just do 10 plus whatever his perception skill is.
Still pretty good. His perception guy. So yeah, Lord Nagakuta, you say that this is to absorb the magical essence from these creatures. Is there a way to disperse this magic?
Ooh, I have idea. If it has stuff and we need stuff to power Portal, why not use that stuff for Portal stuff? Brainy No Guy, is it possible?
Hold on one second. I'm typing something.
I love Michael's character.
Gary and the Exactor wouldn't say that.
Let me know if I'm going bordering too edge on the comical. I'm trying to push the line.
I think it's great.
Your character is pretty much just that. So, and I've tried to give the world a feel of a little bit of absurdity, but still fairly gritty, as with the blessings. So.
I'll be right back and I'm gonna get a beer.
Hold on. Whoa,
That's a very
everything
good
just...
reason.
Okay.
Love the images you've been getting, Dan.
Oh, I spend... So I can actually get to this at work now? It's dangerous.
Say no more. Say no more.
If you look at my profile, I have been on Roll20 like 600 and something hours.
Holy balls!
All right. So go ahead, ask that again, Mike.
Is there a way to... So this obelisk is absorbing the magical essence from these creatures. Is there a way to then reverse that process and disperse the magical essence?
Preferably in a way that would power
Onto
the portal
something.
that
Or
we need
someone.
to use. That would take... Darian was saying the portal would take a couple weeks. Kale was, in an orcish way, suggesting that maybe the obelisk's power could be used to power the portal. And asking Darian if that was possible in the most naive orcish way I could roleplay.
So Darian kind of listens to what you says, and Benefisto and Jack, you kind of notice that he kind of flicks his eyes over to Nagakuta real quick and says, yes, I do believe you can reverse and use the power that the obelisks absorb. We could power the portal if there's enough magic that has been absorbed. I would need to see and look at the obelisks to ascertain really how much power we might be able to use from them.
If this obelisk can be used to disperse the magic in that way, could it also have been used to bring the demon creature onto our planet?
Is the demon creature in Andy's microphone right now?
Oh, my
He like wobbles or something.
sounded weird.
A little bit, yeah. As Darian kind of agrees that yes, you could use the obelisks, Nagakuta puts up his hands. Hold on. The creatures that are down there are insanely powerful. There are hydras. There's a thunderbird that could destroy half the city. I am not allowing these obelisks out of this prison and releasing any of these creatures on the city unless we have a firm hand on them and can use them in this war. So,
with all due respect, Lord Nagakuta, that is not your call. That is up to King Kagar,
yes,
who is trying to win a war.
It is. Nagakuta, or Kagar, has given me full reign of so much of the city and so much of these operations. I am the mouth of the king just as much as he is. So, yes, what I say will go.
Isn't Trident part of war effort too? Which one better chance? Birds, hydras versus waves of undead, or Trident of kill god power?
So let me get this straight. You want to unleash a horde of powerful, dangerous magical creatures on the city when we
Why
could
didn't
wait
you
a
foresee-
couple of extra days and just
Let
have...
them out. Or
I am
let them out
speaking.
on Army now.
Guards.
Let them out on Army now.
Four
Two-
guards
two
lower
birds.
all their halberds to you, Mikhail, and back you up to the wall. I am
Oh.
speaking, half-orc. We will wait for the Grey Mages to power this portal before we take these obelisks out of the prison and release these creatures. If we're
These creatures are not inherently evil.
No.
You have captured them. You have cornered them. If you release them properly, they will not attack the city.
Friends, that is their word, that is their plan. Let's let them do their thing, and we will figure out best way to get Trident. Wink, wink, wink.
Kagar stands up from his throne again.
I have given Nagakuda my very royal seal to lead and conduct business throughout the city. He has given me no reason to doubt him. We will follow his advice, and we will hold these creatures until an opportune time in this war. In the meantime, Darian, you will power this portal and get it done as quick as possible. If you need an extra mage or two off of the wall, I advise you take him. In the meantime, I don't know what business the lot of you have, but you have a few days. And
As he's saying this, Nagakuda points to Tyrael. And this one is going to the prisons until we can figure out how much of a hand he's had in this. And I think torture might be in order. I find that gets a lot of truth out of people.
Torture is not an answer. They say whatever they want to stop being hurt.
You have no more reason to believe that Tyrael is the one that warned this being that we had the Trident, no more than we have any proof that you yourself used the obelisks to bring him into this plane.
I want to try to appeal to Kagar's sense of honor and try to persuade him that, maybe he's guilty, maybe he's not, but he's a valuable asset to this effort right now, and we will take it on our party's. Our party will accept all the full consequences of the blame if only Tyrael, he will allow Tyrael to come on this mission with us. And at least prove through deed, at least, that he's not not responsible for these things. And if you're worried about it in the meantime or something like that, Kagar could hold him, but let him prove through his actions versus torture that he is loyal to the city.
Make a diplomacy check.
Okay. Where's the skill sheet? Diplomacy.
You guys all have free ability to actually drag your tokens onto the tabletop. So if you want to use your token in any screen, you can do that. So if you have macros tied to the token itself.
Yeah. I'm going to use a hero point to re-roll this too.
You got a 19. Okay.
I have a plus 11 to my diplomacy, so but watch, I'll get lower now. Well, okay, whatever.
Kagar walks over to his throne, picks up his huge two-handed warhammer, and sets it down in front of him and holds both pieces.
very well. But we will do this. You all must convince me of Tyrael's honor, truth, and that he's had no part in this. And at the same time, Nagakuda will bring to me all of his reasons not to trust Tyrael. And in the meantime, we are going to hold Tyrael. You have until the portal is open to convince me, or I'm done with this, and Tyrael loses his head.
He slams the hammer down, and the guards just usher you all out. And as you guys are going out, Tyrael, they pick him up, and he's being led out. Quick, take care of my mom. Make sure she gets out of the city, and talk to Lily. She might be able to help. And just as they slam the door and he disappears out of sight, you all are ushered out to the front foyer before the throne room, and the doors slam behind you.
Whew, that was close.
Oh,
So we've got a interesting mission ahead of us. Let's try to prevent Tyrael's fate of being beheaded from occurring.
yeah.
So-
So,
Yeah.
around what time is it, Dan? Like
It's
midday.
a little past midday, not too far.
Okay. And when is Tyrael's mother set to like vacate the city?
Early in the
But-
morning the following day. So you guys have the rest of the afternoon. She's in her quarters, in Tyrael's quarters at the Bearhead Inn. You all know that Lily is a priestess at the Halls of Knowledge, and it usually doesn't take Tyrael too long to find her, but if you guys want to head that way, as you guys are all kind of figuring out what to do, Jack kind of turns to you all and he says, "This is way bigger than us, and we need all the minds we can get on this. Tyrael's been very supportive, and the time he did keep things close to the chest, he had good reason. I was a lone wolf until I met Scarlet, and then I became one again when she left, and it didn't get me anywhere. I say we stick together on this one."
That's exactly what I was going to have Jack say.
And our first
Once
priority.
again, Jack and I are in agreement. We need to go talk to Lily.
We
Our
also-
first priority is to defend Tyrael and prove his innocence. But also, when we can, we need to talk to Darien alone. He does not like Lord Nagakuta. There is something going on there.
Was that what that was about? Or was he trying to get confirmation that something was going... What was the eye thing between them? Did they just, like, shoot the eye a look there? Or was he, like, trying to get approval of him?
That's what we need to ask him.
Yeah, that's true. There's other things
Yeah.
yeah.
Darien is the weak link.
Yeah,
we can't
he's.
touch Lord Nagakuta. We can talk to Darien.
But Darian's clearly afraid.
He's also helping us, though.
Right, but
Is he helping us? Or is he
Yeah.
helping Lord Nagakuta to get us to the next piece of the trident?
Yeah. Well, our immediate concern is Tyrael, though, so...
Correct.
Yep.
We need to
Let's go
prove
talk to
truth
Lily.
and honor, and it's gonna be hard to prove truth given that he's been kind of deceptive. We could prove that he's right about his mother being there, but we wouldn't be able to get her out of the city though. That would put her at risk if we were to have her testify to the sort of treatment and conditions that are going on in this mine that the king doesn't know of. But that would be kind of going directly against Tyrael's wishes.
well, I think first we need to go talk to Lily. Let's see what she says.
Jack
Okay,
also
I'm-
kind of, as you guys are talking about Nagakuta, he says, "What is up with that advisor? I initially thought he might be in cahoots with that demon thing, but he got knocked around by it. Doesn't really prove anything, of course. Titans are always beat up on their loyal underlings. Still, though, he might have a different agenda."
That's a good point, Jack. He could be as honest as he seems.
Or he could just
Alright,
be,
let's go talk to Lily. See what she knows.
okay.
Let's head over to and she's in the halls of knowledge anyway. So while we're there, after we talk to her, we can talk to Darien.
If we want to. I just mean in general, we should focus on defending Tyrael, though, and figuring out how to
Oh,
prove.
yeah.
Yeah.
We could go the bold way and try to prove his innocence by proving Lord Nagakuta's guilt.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to find evidence. Somebody that powerful probably can pin the blame
Yeah,
off on somebody else.
Well, let's go talk to Lily. See what she says. Maybe she knows something. Tyrael
So you
told
got-
us to do that. Maybe there was a reason for it.
Really good.
So you guys, you head out of the keep, make your way down to the halls of knowledge, and when you enter, there's a couple of information booths kind of thing where the advisors on how to use the library. you guys ask them where you might be able to find Lily. They kind of, one of them is like, I don't know. The other one's, I think I know who you're talking about. She's a priestess of Shay Lin. That would be the southwest corner of the outer ring of the halls. Just go ahead and follow this path. Take a left and follow it around. And you guys follow his directions, and you ask a couple more people and actually find her. When you guys start approaching her, she looks around kind of excited at first. Because she's seen you guys before with Tyrael, but when she kind of looks over the group and doesn't see Tyrael, she immediately looks concerned and comes up to you.
Where's Tyrael? What, is something wrong?
Yes, Tyrael is in grave danger.
Grave danger?
What kind of
what
explains
happened?
Take a seat. Take a seat. Don't fall. Falling bad. It hurt.
And we'll just kind of explain to her what happened.
Okay.
Tyrael has been charged of high crimes and must defend his truth and honor. And Kel fills her in more.
Okay. So she takes in your whole story, kind of nods at some of the reasons of why they might be trying to prosecute him, and she takes a fairly long minute to kind of absorb it all.
I can see why they might have taken him. I was worried that the guard or someone would just arrest him for the things he was trying to do to free his mom. He was desperate for so long to get her out of there. So the king is gonna hold a trial? And you need to prove his innocence? I have a Sorry, yes?
Honor and truth. Was it honor and truth or?
Yes.
God.
Well, if what you say
That
is
new
true,
custom here?
one place we could start is the captain of the scouts. I never heard anything defamatory of coming from the scouts about Tyrael. He was always one of their best scouts for being so short in their service. Another area we might think of, if what you told me about Tyrael's mom, she got out, then we might be able to ask her if you're saying Nagakuda's trying to convince Kagar, maybe we can try and defame Nagakuda. If what you were saying is true about these obelisks, maybe we can tie Nagakuda to them somehow. There's a logbook. The one time that Tyrael and I were able to convince our way into the prison to try and heal some of the creatures down there, we saw there's a logbook that might have times and deliveries and things tying Nagakuda to something down there. I'm not sure. What else could we do?
Nagakuda accused Tyrael of sneaking off in the middle of the night and meeting with somebody in the forest. Do you have any idea who that might have been?
I think that was Nubius, which he did meet with. Remember, he was looking for ways to save people. Save his mom.
We're gonna downplay that aspect. Like, as defense lawyers, we're just not gonna acknowledge that happened. And we're also gonna pretend that we didn't meet with Lord Nubius. Never happened.
Nubius got
What are you talking about?
I meet with God of trickery.
Why would we do that?
Do you all have any ideas of what Nagakuda might be tied up in? That we might be able to convince Kagar that he's not in the best interest of the kingdom?
My concern is that Lord Nagakuta is too powerful. To bring him down and him not being able to pawn it off on someone else is very difficult. There's that guy at the docks that we might be able to get, if we get enough people, we might be able to get them to flip on Lord Nagakuta. But
Orcish thing similar, but don't actually need to bring him down. Just make him look like he bad. Just enough people accuse him. It doesn't matter if we bring him down or not. We just need to make him not look as good as he is.
Yes.
Out.
Just plant the seed of corruption or doubt, and maybe it can at least sway the king away from Tyrael. And together, proving by all means, I will testify on Tyrael's behalf. I witnessed Tyrael when we first met. I followed him because I thought I kept seeing him buy huge bags of bread from the bakery across the way. I couldn't figure out he'd do it every day, and I finally followed him and saw him bribe a guard to bring the bread inside the quarry. Tyrael's a little bit more perceptive than I thought, and he saw me following him, and when he confronted me, I told him that I was just trying to find out why he was buying bread, and he actually opened up and told me about his mom and the things in the prison, and I tried to help him heal and do what I could for those creatures in there, and from witnessing all of that, it made me kind of fall in love with him. But at least the scout captain could give us a good recommendation if we could convince him to testify. I'll testify to his good character and the things that he's done for not only his mom and the reasons why he did what he did, but I know you all went on your quest for the trident. If there's things that you can convince the king of what he might have done in your time out,
that covers many earthly things, but as priestess, like many things I know that are earthly, but not many globe, celestial, godly things. Is there a way of godly testing him, of getting gods in behalf to prove honor? I know orcs have 2 pigs with monkeys and charging thing, and shaman say that, one innocent and one not, but do you do that thing here?
You speak strange rituals. No, but there are magics that you can use to force someone to tell the truth. It's not foolproof. There are those that can resist its power, but that's one way.
If Tyrael swear divine oath, like get cursed by gods if break truth, or is that myth? Or God's not powerful enough?
The gods are not concerned with the mortals in that scale of things. If Tyrael was going to free a nation and cause the world to change in a significant way, maybe, but not in a trial for someone's innocence. I don't see convincing a god to do that.
Tyrael pious man?
He's lived in the woods all of his life, as far as I know, and the gods of nature are the most that he would, I wouldn't even say bow to, but revere.
Now, Tyrael did ask us to get his mother out of the city, but to free his life, to save his life, we might need to have his mother testify. Lily, you seem to know Tyrael better than anyone else. I don't want to go against his wishes, but I also don't want Tyrael to die simply because we decided not to honor this. I guess what I'm trying to say is there's an opportunity here that we can go against his wishes but potentially save his life. I don't know Tyrael's reaction to that.
He would
Maybe
he would be very against keeping his mother in the city. Her very presence here is a danger to herself.
Yeah, we'd
Powerful
have to-
woodland creatures like that, the guards see her and she will almost be killed on the spot if she even gets back to the prison. But, as you say, maybe we don't need to have her testify. Maybe she can give us clues as to what's down in that prison, and we can use that in the trial.
That's true.
Question
Good
about
point.
trials, because quite new, only in poems that I do not understand. Are there parts where you go liar and fight? Any test of strength? Let stronger orc be telling truth.
Trial by combat is still a thing, but in the city here, I highly doubt seeing Kagar do that. He tries to pride himself, I believe by reputation, that he has a keen eye for character, and he will not agree to try by combat.
Oh, thank you, Lily. I think our start is with the captain.
Lily, think of good words. Words very important. You need to speak them at trial. Speak well for Tyrael.
I will gather my thoughts and write something down.
On an unrelated matter, do you know Darian very well?
Darian the Exactor? Yes, he's
Yes.
the head of the conclave of Grey Mages. He's a very upstanding man. His concern for the city is even beyond what the king would like sometimes. I believe I've heard of Darian and the king being at odds, but Darian's heart has always been for the city. Darian's been here a long time, as long as I've known and heard of. And the Conclave of Grey Mages is sworn to protect Castigan from within and without.
Thank you.
So, discussion among party. What lengths we want to go to save Tyrael? We care if he do it or not?
If he is guilty,
Yes, this
He-
killed innocents. You just need most orcs, strongest arms. Don't care much about concepts of guilt and innocence so much with orcs. But
Whether
you different.
if he was responsible, that does not mean he was guilty. What he did was to free his mother. If he inadvertently gave the power for this being to come to life, while you can argue is that guilty or not, yes, but he is not guilty of treason. It is not worth him losing his life. And for that reason alone, we should save him.
agreed.
Jack,
Give him a chance to prove otherwise.
But other things. So you've been with me for a long time, and I travel, act like other people. That's how orc on road work. Laws, don't care for law. You know, orc ways are very different. No big trials, but we can make things up for trial. You know, make up, look, document, not gonna need a bad guy. Oh, look at all these bodies here that were killed, killing Jack, not gonna need to do it, bad guy. We care about this sort of thing or no?
No, we, within reason, will prove Tyrael's innocence within the law.
But why that matter? Why law matter?
Jack
We need
said,
Tyrael to get what we want.
Jack turns to you guys and says, I don't put too much stock in official bureaucratic processes. The Illuminous and Acolytes, they answer to power, not to kingdoms or laws. Honestly, this is bigger than Kagar too, and we aren't beholden to his ways or his wars, so I'm fine risking his good graces. Plus, we might be able to accomplish a couple of birds with one operation. It sounds like no one knows of the advisor's activities down there, and no one knows what he might be doing. Revealing that might count for something, and you know,
That is true.
I wonder if we can get approval from Darien to take notes on the pillar itself. If we don't accuse the advisor of anything in front of that librarian, we could pitch it as an innocent research and nothing to do with a rescue mission of any kind.
That is true.
True. And if
We are there
Darien,
just gathering research.
and if
That's a
Darien
great idea.
is, if Darien is opposed to Naganita, then Darien might be willing to help us out on this.
That is true.
And yeah, he might have some helpful things for getting into the guarded place. Like masks. Maybe Darien has masks.
Oh, we're already here. Let's go talk to him.
Yeah. Well, we've got a lot of options now. Do we want to... Sorry, I'm just trying to think of all the stuff we could do.
Side note, did the king say how long we had to before the trial was?
Until the portal's open.
Till the portal's open.
So
That's
a
right.
couple of days to a week.
We got time.
Just to review our options. Sorry. I'm just trying to keep track of things. We have a captain of the scouts we could talk to too.
Right.
We have to tie him to the obelisk. There's definitely we need to do that operation, which we should talk to Darien about.
Yeah.
But we also have the sergeant guy that we could try to capture or turn or get him. Yeah.
The guy at the docks.
Yeah. I don't know how we'll get. I mean, we don't know where he is. That's
Yeah,
one
we
of the
have to
problems.
wait around for him.
But maybe
Yeah.
we could try to get try to set something up in advance or regarding.
Well, we could hire somebody to wait
or look into.
around and give an a description of what the sergeant guy looks like,
Yeah, or track him or something.
what his name is, and then hang out at the docks until he sees him, and then send word for us. Once
Yeah.
he's there.
I think that's a good idea, and that would be kind of an efficient use of time too, because rather than us try to look for him, we could do the things that we
Right,
know.
which could take
that we
days.
could, yeah.
Yeah.
So is there like a thieves guild or something that we can go to hire a sneaky dude to go down to the docks and?
We'll just look at the signs until we find Thieves Guild. I'm sure it's.
Well, we got the
The
guy who's taking the Tyrael's mother out of the city. He probably has some contacts.
And you know from Ashton, the owner of the Bearhead, that there is some activity, whether large or small, it's unknown, of the Shizukaru in the city. And as
Alright.
far as subversive, sneaky, underhanded ways, they might be the ones if you're looking for that kind of service. That's the only thing you know of. There might be
But-
others.
Ishinda hates the Shizukaru.
I was gonna
right?
say I couldn't do it on that particular.
I'm surprised he hasn't tried to kill them yet.
Yeah.
So Jack says, you know what? I'm all for action, and we're standing around here a lot. We either need to go kill something, break Tyrael out, or go start proving his innocence.
Agreed.
Agreed.
We're here.
Can we prove his innocence?
We're already at the Halls of Knowledge.
Let's go talk to Darien, if he's
Alright.
here.
So you guys head up to his kind of antechamber, and
Complete side note, though. When there was that heated conversation in the throne room, I really just wanted to drop the mic and be like, "I'm out. You deal with it. I'm gone, King. Peace. Have fun with this. You gonna be that way? I don't care. You have fun. I got other things to do with my life. Have
and
fun with your war."
you do actually find Darien in his office, and he's actually rifling through some bookshelves on the other side of the room. When he hears you guys enter, he looks hurriedly over his shoulder, sees you all. Come in, quick! Shut the door behind you. And you see him actually start doing some arcane ritual and cast some spell.
I'm going to try to identify the spell that he's casting.
All right.
I'll do the. I'll roll that when I can find it.
I'm gonna sense motive.
Okay.
a different
Oh, that's it.
Sense motive of his action. I could spellcraft as well, but
Probably
I'll do
would.
something
Whoa!
different. Yeah, I totally know what's going on. He's a stand-up guy. He's definitely not casting a fireball at us.
Yeah, benefits though between not really knowing what he's casting and he kind of does it so quickly you're not entirely sure. Mikhail, you recognize the spell as an anti-scrying spell to prevent anything or anyone from peering in on the situation.
These guys
And-
nodded. We're good.
He motions you over quickly. Please come sit down. And he sits down at his desk. He spreads out some things on the desk around him. So, I get the feeling that you all, how should I put this, don't hold Nagakuda in high favor.
We do not.
I like his robe. I will wear it after I strip it from his dead body.
Strange thing to say, little green man. But I've had my concerns about Nagakuda for some time. He came out of nowhere. He's not noble born from what I know. He arrived in the city kind of auspiciously. He had lots of money and somehow found his way into the seat at the right hand of the king. And the king listens to everything he says. The obelisks that you saw down in this prison greatly concern me, especially with what just happened. Those very things could have powered this demon to come to our realm.
We should have killed them. Damn it.
Is there a way to tell if magic has been expelled from them recently? Like, is there a meter of some kind that tells you how full the obelisks are?
The only way to know that would be to know that it's a stone that is mined from a very specific portion of, I believe it's Nihon, the mountains in Nihon. These obelisks, they don't have to be obelisks. They can be square blocks. They can be a castle. It could be a stoneware goblet. It absorbs the magical essence of whatever's around it. The larger it is, the larger the radius is. There's no way to know how, if anything has been taken out of it, without knowing if it was full or not. And these rocks, they just absorb the magic around them. If it's not around magical things, it's empty. If it has been, depending on how powerful they are and how long, it could be full. There's really no way to know if magic has been expended from it. But it can be siphoned directly from the obelisk. And this terrifies me. If he's saying that these magical creatures are for the war, why has it never been said before? I'm not the war leader. I'm not the leader of the garrison, but as the head of the Grey Mage, the Enclave of Grey Mages, I should have been kept abreast of some kind of magical anything. But the fact that this has been kept from me is greatly disturbing. I don't trust Nagakuda. And why he's here, how he's here, and what hold he has over the king, I don't know. But he has a significant sway. Not within the city, necessarily. He hasn't been here too long to create numerous allies except through money. So, if we can figure out what he's up to, we might be protecting the king and Castigan as a whole from possibly a greater evil than a war. if Nagakuta is involved in this, he has the resources to actually propel this forward, and it could spell disaster for not only Castigan but all of Sindara. Sorry, I lost in thought. Did you have a reason for coming to me, I assume? The trial...
I do have a question of trial. I know you guys have other ones. If we want to make sure that there are no funny magics going on, clouding King's mind or jury's mind, is there a way to make trial magic safe?
I believe so. I'd have to look into it. It might take a bit more than just myself or a couple others, but we might be able to arrange that, yes.
Druid have
Well, and
other
then we would
questions.
want to ask the king if we could officially do that, because I think Nagakuta would have no choice but to agree to it. And then hopefully that'll catch him off guard.
Yeah. Sorry I threw that out there, guys. I just thought of it when we were discussing it.
No, it was a great idea.
That's a great idea.
I will look into magics that we can employ in the trial and possibly permanently to try and, if the king is, what would be the word?
Being
Compromised, swayed, that we might be able to free him from this. I'll get back to you. I'll send a messenger if I find something. Where can I find you?
The Bear's Head.
Ed.
Very well.
You can leave the message with the bartender and owner. He knows where we are.
So do we want to propose, like, going into the obelisks, or if there's anything we could do to show that...
Oh,
very-
yeah.
Like,
Good call.
with, like,
Forgot about that.
Well, Darian, to answer your question before why we're here, to be honest, we are here because we sensed you were similar with us, that you did not trust Lord Nagakuta, similar to how we were, and we were honestly just here to ask your opinion. You have confirmed what we have thought, and now we need to figure out how to prove not that he's guilty, because that is potentially beyond our grasp, but cast enough doubt that the king becomes himself again and questions Lord Nagakuta. For it is my belief, I have no proof, but it is my belief that he is the one that is responsible for Carrick coming back and for the demon being summoned. But I have no proof.
Same here. I had my same concerns and thoughts. At the very least, if we can find magic to allay any mind-controlling effects of Nagakuta, and not only convince Kagar of Tyrael's innocence, because this must be done in conjunction. If your friend Tyrael is really innocent, we don't want him to take a fall with Nagakuta.
Correct.
But at the same time, we must convince the king that Nagakuta is, one, not who he says he is, and two, has maybe more nefarious means. Do you know of any ties or areas that we could search to try and mar his name?
Besides the quarry, which seems untouchable given that he will throw the war effort behind it
Well,
without definitive proof.
if I can... Well, I don't know if they'll let me... If we can get you all in there so that you can examine these obelisks, I can at least give you... Because if I go down there we will lose much advantage if I am caught. But if we send you down there to examine the obelisks and try and find any reason that Nagakuta is not telling the truth, and that these obelisks are dangerous or what we might think they are, that might be a good start. But like you said, Nagakuta is silver-tongued, and
Yes.
he might be able to, with the war effort, as he says, try and get his way out of that. We must find other ties.
We have a lead, potentially, of the docks. Something, sergeant or something tied to Lord Nagakuta that we are thinking about investigating as well. Does he have any other enemies in the city? You said hasn't been here long, which maybe he can grease their palms, but maybe he's also created enemies that we can bring forth as character witnesses, or at least get them to not take the money.
I don't know about allies or enemies of his. Everybody make a wisdom check.
Uh-oh.
I'm really trying to remember that name.
Merrick.
Okay.
Merrick.
Thank you. I was like,
There it
I have
is.
it somewhere in my notes. Where the F is it? So I just stopped calling him Sergeant.
Well, maybe I made the wisdom check in real life.
Ishinda, as you're kind of pondering, you put together that because of all of the, and Jack,
Sorry.
the actually even Benefisto too, because you have a significant tie to this. The Shizukaru has been seen lighting farms on fire, and along with it, beforehand, this green-skinned man, which is also looking for you, Benefisto, within the city. If you could, maybe this green-skinned man might be able to tie Nagakuta to the Shizukaru. But you'll have to find him, and you're not sure where he might be.
Oh, no.
And
I don't
you-
have to find him. I let
Valix.
him find me. But, yeah,
Is Michael out? I don't know if he's. I'll give him
maybe
a
he's
sec.
reconnecting.
Yeah.
Of course, depending what I learned from the green-skinned man, you guys are going to have to stop me from killing him. But
Correct.
my
You-
assumption...
Will we?
Tied with that, you know that this green-skinned man has been the one that's been hunting these magical creatures, so he might tie some way to the prison as well.
So this is like an epiphany we had.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, we can play with that.
Especially because of your deep hatred for these groups and your very specific ties to it kind of trying to think of other ties.
Yeah.
So, the green-skinned man, have we seen him before, or was this just something that we heard about from another?
The innkeeper said that a green-skinned man came looking for me.
That's right.
And-
Okay.
You have also seen him in a vision, surrounded by a bunch
Yeah.
of other ranger hunter people that were going to try and capture a Guralin.
That's right.
Edgar Allan? Oh?
Yep.
Nevermore.
Oh,
Oh, my Annabelle Lee. Alright. But we haven't heard anything, hide nor hair, of this green-skinned man since.
The last you've heard of him was Ashton, the owner of the Bearhead, said that he was looking for you, but wasn't willing to pay money for the information, and Benefisto paid Ashton to keep it quiet that he was there.
I thought ahead. But not anymore now. Now I'll go back and be like, if you see that guy, tell him I'm staying at... Where's a good place for a trap? I'm there.
Can I ask Darius a question? Or are you?
Yeah.
So we need to prove Tyrael's innocence, and Tyrael was claiming that this obelisk was actually harming the magical creatures and his mother, which was a big part of his motivation for what he did. Is there any way of proving this? Kel does not know magical evidence enough, but if we're going to this quarry anyways, is there anything sort of thing we might find to prove Tyrael's story?
He thinks about it for a second and kind of tells you that the obelisks, creatures that are innately magical, if their magic and essence is being drained, would eventually die. So, magical beasts, the fact that their very nature, the magic stitches them together, the loss of that magic would kill them. So, being put near an obelisk for long enough would eventually kill something like that. But if, as a arcane spellcaster, Mikhail, if you went down there, you probably couldn't cast magic, but you wouldn't die if you were kept down there for years.
So
That is something else that we could look for then when we're down there is
corpses. We bring corpses to you, and you tell them that they die of magic drain. That's proof.
That would be
Defense rest case.
He tells you that would be a very difficult thing to prove, as cause of death it's not like they have a forensics department.
right.
TSI cast again.
Ooh, Druid, you could speak to magical animals, and they could give testimony. Defense calls Griffin.
There is a spell that is Speak with Dead, however, Darian says. And he leans forward. If you could actually find the corpse of a creature that could speak, but most of these beasts have not the intelligence or the faculty to talk. If we were to talk with a dead creature,
nymph or a gnome or something along those lines that
Okay,
has
guys.
what?
speaking abilities.
Yes, a nymph could speak. There are many magical beings that could speak. I don't know what he has down there. I don't remember what he mentioned. A thunderbird. That very
Hydra.
creature.
Hydra
there-
speak. Sorry.
Between those two
Kill-
creatures,
First, though.
it would. It would kill you before it ever would want to speak with you, if they even had the ability to speak.
So we need wagon to carry animal corpses.
There,
Also, how are we going to smuggle animal corpses out?
Matt,
Michael,
no-
can you turn Matt? Can you turn things invisible?
for a minute, I'll check the time.
It'll be long enough to get one out.
Darian does. He says, even if you got a magical being's corpse, I don't know if Nagakuda would keep a corpse around.
Yeah.
That might be a fool's errand. Hard evidence, writing, things with his seal, evidence or testimony from an underling. If you could convince someone to testify against him. Something that might... I could give you a writ. And it would only be good for one one time, if you ever got caught by the guards doing something unscrupulous that they might assume, I could give you a writ for getting out of it once. But if something worse happened, you'd be on your own. And so if you happen to try and physically convince one of them, it might be a possibility.
Writs sound useful.
Yes.
He goes to his drawer, pulls out a scrap of parchment, and starts scribbling a note. If somebody wants to put in their inventory a, I don't know, get out of jail free card kind of thing.
Get out of jail free writ.
Let's give that
Hey.
to.
Official business of the Grey Mages.
I don't think they're gonna trust an orc with one of those. So one of you guys.
I'll write it
No,
down.
no, really. Get out of Here's invisibility. Man, it's cool that you could. I like how you put the spells on here, so now you can just kind of go on the site and look them up.
For where? The little
You put the
eye?
spells on the information. Yeah, yeah.
The compendium. That wasn't me that did that. That was one of the updates to the website.
Oh.
It's not complete. There's several missing, but there's feats, skills, all kinds of stuff you can type in there if you're not
Yeah.
remembering stuff.
It's always like, what was the duration of that? So it's a minute per level. So actually, I could make things
Can anybody
invisible
hear me?
for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Did I turn the mute on?
Nope, you're good.
No, we can hear you. You can't hear us though.
Hello?
We can hear you.
Oh, sorry. Volume was turned down.
Smooth.
Okay.
Hey, man, I'm so sorry. I'm really trying to hold it together, but I can't concentrate. I gotta get up every 10 minutes and yak. I gotta go, man. I'm really sorry. Like, this is the 400th time
It happens, man. No worries.
canceled or left early on you guys, but I can't
got
even
the flu.
concentrate on what it is we're trying to do.
No more
worries.
intentionally getting the flu.
No, yeah.
You bastard.
I did go out. I was like, God, the only thing I don't want to do tomorrow is play D&D. Somebody got the flu. You got the flu? Just cough in my mouth, please. So, I'm really sorry.
No.
Good luck.
You're all good.
We're scheduled not for next week, but the week at. We're gonna be doing every 2 weeks from today, correct?
Correct.
Somehow, even if we scheduled Sunday, I don't think we would be very successful.
Correct.
Seeing as how it's Mother's Day.
It's Mother's Day, so that winds up working out really well. All right, guys,
I'm just
love
saying.
you.
Love you too.
Sorry again.
Oh, get well. Get well.
Yeah,
Get
thank
feel
you.
better, man.
We'll talk to you guys soon.
All right.
Yep. All right. And then there were 3.
So,
It's mass time, James.
one thing that I did prep a side adventure. So if we would
Oh.
like to just pause here and do a side adventure, it would not be anything with any of these characters. It would just be it's in an arena. There's lots of combat, and we can still play, but not have Andy and Matt on the
Yeah.
sidelines.
Yeah. What do you feel like, James?
Either way, like I'm conflicted. Like I'd love to do some combat because I don't think we'll get into any combat in this session that we're currently doing in our main adventure. I think
But-
like we would. I think this I'm so conflicted because it's like I want to continue and I want to learn the story, but I also like having Matt and Andy here. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
proof
I think-
is in the pudding that they can't always be here. So it's like, well, what do we like? It's just rough because especially these ones, this is setting up everything for further adventures. I feel like, and this in particular is one of these sessions that's like, it really helps to have more than 2 people think about this.
Yeah. Because you have other people who have good ideas and things. I agree. So I think let's do the side adventure. And I will have, given that I'm not teaching this summer and I'll be doing things, I'll start. I might start trying to put together a small adventure too, in case of moments like that, and to give Dan a break, if he would like it.
Yeah.
I would.
But
Not
if I learn
mind
how to do the side, it won't be anything like this. This is Dan puts. Yeah, this is so awesome.
All right,
This is extreme. That's why I really want to keep playing it, especially because I want my druid to actually hitting level 6 will be such a power boost for my guy.
Oh
Because
yeah,
then I can turn in.
The
I can
druid's
shapeshift
insane.
into tiny or large animals at that point, or elementals. Then it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna go down now. I'll be shapeshifting all the time.
Into a puddle of water.
Yep.
A puddle of water.
What? Oh, while we're here, a side note, which I don't know if we could do somehow, and it'll be future down the line, would be Dan. I know my weapon is tied to my power. If we could figure out some way to boost that or have it go with me when I go into shapeshift form, that'd be cool.
That would be kind of cool, yeah.
There's no rules in it in the book. It's just something we'd have to figure out.
I've actually thought of something to go along with it, so
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'll leave it alone then.
What you doing, buddy? Huh? So. Yeah.
got his hand.
Get the button.
Let's take a little break, a little potty break,
Sounds good.
and I'll set a couple of things up, and I gotta hit the bathroom anyways. So.
Great, Dan.
I'm gonna grab another beer.
All right.
Oh, great. Yeah, that definitely, yeah. Oh, I to the next person. Or take it with you. Just press the border. Oh, should I make rice pudding? Why not? I don't think it's that much rice. We got the stuff that we brought with us too. We can use that baggie. So is your brother doing that new business thing with Brian, I guess, is what's taking up the time?
Yeah. Working that startup, whatever. I'm still not even sure what it is. But
Selling kidneys to Israel, apparently.
providing research for Bitcoin is what it sounds like. I'm not sure how the business model works, but like I understand Bitcoin and I understand other things, and they're not in the business of selling Bitcoin, but they're like providing the analysis of Bitcoin and its uses. I not really sure how that works in the money, but Brian knows what he's doing.
I just
And
went
Matt
with
loves it.
I just went with Matt is going to be a mouth, and his whole like shopping side adventure thing is what he's doing right there. So he's in Israel doing Jack's shopping thing to people. And they get money, and that's how it works. It's the simplest explanation.
Let me.
wow.
What were the races that I said? Or what was that?
Races.
So you guys are all 5 brothers. You grew up in a small fishing town, and one day the town was raided. Everyone was either killed or taken away as slaves. You were eventually brought to the slave markets in an island city called Vuz Cay. Vuz Cay is a major hub for markets and magical items and slavery. You were all then sold and given to the Golden Arena to be not put to death, but to fight in the Golden Arena. Let me find.
I hear the Gladius quote's coming.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Are you not entertained?
That's not why you are here.
That was part of the general. I remember that when Matt got you up from like a drunk sleep, and yeah.
Oh yeah. That's why it was named the General.
Oh, I've got good notes right here. So there's a battle mage, which is like it's a sorcerer. There's a battle monk.
Okay.
A battle monk?
So a monk, like a brawler, just
Oh,
he. The mage is a evoker. It's a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
A raider, which is a barbarian. And a ranger. Oh, dang it, there's one of these that has all of the... Oh, nope, I deleted it, that's why. So, what would you guys like to play? Would you like to be a mage, a fighter, a gladiator, which is a barbarian / fighter, a ranger, a straight-up barbarian, or the monk?
James, any preference? I'm either gonna go barbarian or monk.
I'm between the fighter or the fighter gladiator.
Or go gladiator. Go gladiator. I'll go monk.
Yeah, I have to go gladiator. I like a fighter barbarian. Just because Dan said it was gladiator, he convinced me.
I'll go with the monk.
I'm fighting in an arena. I have to.
All right. What did you want to do?
I'll do the monk,
Mike?
please, or the brawler.
The brawler? All right. So this is meant to be like you could easily step into this without having too much research and stuff into these. You're all level 6. So in the Golden Arena, as a slave, you have to fight 20 fights in order to and survive 20 fights to earn entry
Oh,
into
cool.
the Iron Demons, which is the gladiator guild, which then helps each other trying to earn your freedom. If you can survive 50 fights, you can earn your freedom and either leave the Golden Arena or go on your way and do what you want.
Sweet.
Nice.
And if we die, I don't feel bad.
Exactly. I don't care. Oh, I died. Okay.
Oh, James died accidentally. Oh, I should have got a character with a bow. No.
I'll care a
You
little.
all are 3 fights away from joining the Iron Demons, and you have a friend who kind of is kept in one of the cells near you. His name is Gunther Brownlock. He's a little halfling bard. And he's kind of one of those guys that he knows everybody and helps everybody and can get you kind of anything. He's that little supplier in the arena, where even the guards use him to get things.
Nice.
The gladiators, James.
Naturally.
And you can name him whatever you want. The battle monk. Sorry, I'm having to duplicate these and then pop them up.
Oh, no worries.
Go.
Dan, I noticed there's a little card on the bottom left. Do you know what? Is that something new?
That's for me. When you guys go talk to random people that I might not have pre-planned, those are little face cards that I've made that I can slap that on the deck and be like, this is this person.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
So it's actually a deck of like 70 cards, and I just shuffle it and pull one out and...
How helpful. Cool. Okay.
I made... Did I do that right?
Battle Monk. Okay. Oh, I have a whip. And a short bow. Climb.
War call.
Climb,
Nice.
Monk, climb.
I figured it would be too obvious if I went Maximus. Javelin and a trident. Is that right? Oh, but we can get other things. I see what you're saying. What do we got? Dodge, slice.
However, in your time here, for some reason, the battle master of the arena, the one that plans and helps set up all the fights, he's pretty dead set against people even surviving to get to join the Iron Demons, let alone survive and earn their freedom. And his name is Eldon
Commodus.
Eldon Brack. He's the fight boss. And the day of your next fight, your other brothers have been taken away to fight some other battle, and you two are left to fight whatever's coming up. 2. So I have to do some like on-the-fly calculations for difficulty
worries.
here. So, good luck.
James, we're not supposed to win this one.
6.
I don't care. Oh, we're dead.
4. So the day that you guys are there, your friend Gunther, he comes over to your cell and, hey guys, I heard your new fights today. Good luck out there. Hope you can make it. You're only 3 fights away. And as he's kind of talking to you, the fight boss, Eldon, is walking by with his retainers, and he looks over to you and, well, I have something fun for you all today. I hope you enjoy, and I hope to be entertained as much as I think I will be. And he walks off.
Oh, that didn't
Is
work.
there dirt in the cell?
Yes. It's
I pick
kind
up
of
a
a.
hand-
Go
I pick
ahead.
up a handful and start rubbing my hands and say, "Shadows and dust." Shadows and dust.
16.
James, how'd you rename your character?
I was able to click on the core tab?
Core tab. Oh, okay. Maybe that's where I'm missing.
Oh no, it's right at the top for me in the character sheet. It's like where it says Pathfinder role playing, and then you have
I see.
also, just for visual effect, I'm going to pretend my guy is actually using a one-handed spear instead of a trident. So I can combine 300 and Gladiator in one moment. Since he has a shield. I'm so glad I picked this character because I was thinking if I ever made a fighter, what I would do is probably be a shield with a spear and just be like King Leonidas and the Spartans.
Go ahead and roll initiative for one. Oh wait, here, let me clear the initiative from before.
Oh, I gotta rehide that. There it goes.
What's his name? Ready?
Yeah. Oh balls.
Uh-oh. Here comes a dragon. Hey, you know that Shadow and Flame guy you guys fought in your other adventure? He showed up in the arena, too. You heard James running his mouth about him running away.
I knew I should have kept doing what I was doing to prep for this, but I figured, oh well, I'll be there, so no worries. At least I got what I did get done. And we'll-
Yeah, we got a few. We got a few hours in. We got somewhere. We got out of the throne room. Learned more about Lord Nagakuta and that he is actually a evil bastard, and we have to prove him wrong.
Yeah, it's been a different kind of adventure too. Like we're used to let's find thing, kill thing. Where it's like,
yeah,
oh,
this has changed it up, and it's making more sense from like the visions coming back and connecting.
when I was talking with Matt, we were talking about, I asked him, have I been throwing too much information at you guys? And this last session and this session was really to get all the information that's been put out there and bringing it together into this big head of like, holy shit, this is way bigger than just a little piece of trident.
yeah, which makes sense why we want everybody here when we're playing it too, because all the stuff's coming together, and you don't want to have to explain it a couple million times.
Yeah, and then let alone I'll just be. I don't know if Michael and I, or I'll speak for myself. I'm usually not very calculated in my decisions. I'm usually like, let's just do that. Oh shit. Like, like the whole drop the mic and walk out of the throne room and be like, you know what, King? You deal with this. I'm out. I'm going to do something else. Go back and live with nature. I'm done trying to help you. You're being a prick. I don't care about Castigan. Which I might do at the trial if we don't prove Lord Nagakuta's guilt. I'm just like, you know what? You refuse to see the writing on the wall. Come talk to me when your kingdom's overrun with dead people. I'm out.
I'm an orc. I'm honestly thinking of stealing the trident. Like magical, powerful thing. Okay, guys, I'll carry this. Oh, me and the other orcs in the city seem to have skipped town.
Yeah, but I can't wait to level 6 to get the shapeshifting, and then level 7. Dwayne the Rock Johnson will come online.
Level 6, I'll have haste. So I could haste our party, then do the bard song, and everybody will have like a +4 to hit or something like that.
Once I hit level 6, I'm going to have to look up all the large and tiny animals I can shapeshift into and all their abilities.
Did you guys roll initiative?
I think so. I could do it again. Was it working?
Yeah, please, because I
Okay.
don't see it.
No worries.
Ah, that's how you drag your token on there. What? It won't let me select my token. Fine. That should be a 6. Not sure why it didn't add the 3 for my dexterity.
And that's weird. You're not showing up on the list. Are you selecting your token?
I can't select it.
You can't? Is it on this gladiator?
That's strange.
Oh! I know why. Hold on. What's your name? Warcall.
Oracle. Ah, there it is.
I have to edit your tokens. And then, let me see.
The green one's health, right?
The one on the left. The one in the middle is health. The one on the left is armor class, and the one on the
Base
right is your
speed.
speed. Yeah, base speed.
Okay, sweet. Nice. Alright, that's good to know. Ready for roll now?
Yes.
Or you want me to hold off? Okay.
No, go ahead, yeah.
Well, that's a good first roll.
Whoa! Alright.
Wasted it.
Oh, what's mine doing?
I'm
That's
editing your token so you can control it. Yee.
Ah, I got it. Okay.
That's interesting. It still didn't add the 3 for my dexterity.
There we go. I'm gonna click token initiative now. If you're
There
ready.
it goes.
Let's see.
That's fine. Oh, nice name.
And alright, I got both your initiatives. I gotta link your token real quick.
This will be good though. This will take just a little bit of setup, and then if this ever happens again, we can just jump into this if we still
Yeah.
want to
Exactly,
play.
yeah.
It was a brilliant idea, Dan.
Yeah.
Well, it was James's idea, actually.
Yeah.
Well, it was a brilliant idea, Dan.
Well, thank you very much.
To be fair, I did the typical like upper management. We should do this. Someone make that happen. You know what would be a great idea is if someone created a side adventure just in case. No, I don't want to do that, but someone should. when coming up with the classes, that was the biggest.
Ah.
Because
Well-
that can always be time consuming if people aren't always thinking about it or something.
That's why I said pre-made,
Yeah.
because there's in the GM guide there's a whole table of NPC stat blocks ranging from challenge rating by a third to 14. So I mean that's like a level 16 character. All right, I think I'm almost ready.
Weird. As a side note, while you're getting ready, have you heard about this new hunter class that Pathfinder came out with? It's like I guess it's a subclass or a specialized class of the druid and the ranger or something like that. It's basically just specialized in the animal companion. So you basically use like your animal companions just a bit better, but it's just you in combat with your animal companion. Just looked interesting. I didn't read it, but I remember when I was Googling to make sure I had all the feats right for Dwayne, that everything is good. Speaking of which, I noticed on my character sheet it said I should have 4 feats for some reason. I'm not sure why.
For this character?
I went to email you about it. No, for my druid.
For being a human and the level we're at, for level 5, so you get an extra feat for being level 5. One of the feats that I think you had on there was a class feat. That's free. So that's something maybe you might look into. Just kind of double check.
Okay, I'll double check it during the week or something, or before our next session. I thought it continued with the 3.5 of 1, 3, and 6 instead of, or maybe one of my. I don't know. I'll take a look at it later. No worries. I was just confused when I saw that. I was like, huh. I'll have to ask Dan about that.
Yeah, it's a little different. I think characters are a little more powerful in Pathfinder, so they may get the feat earlier.
They may get it at 5.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'll have to relook at their feat progression to recalculate my character. Just because I knew the next feat I would grab, but I don't. Since it's a level earlier than I need it, or than I thought I was going to get it, I don't know if I'll grab it. But it's the feat that allows me to cast spells while in shapeshift form.
Nice.
I almost cleared all the turns. That would have been stupid. That's straightforward. And sorry, I just got to review the guys so that
Oh, no problem.
they're not like just a complete.
There's always so much more to do as a DM.
Oh, and I realized I was doing archery wrong. If you're firing into combat, you get a -4 unless you have the precise shot feat. And if somebody is standing between you and the person you're firing at, they get a +4 to their armor class for you trying to miss them. So it counts as partial cover or full cover, depending on how much of the person you can see. So it could essentially be a +8 to their armor class just trying to hit them if you're not really good at archery.
That kind of makes sense, because thinking back to 3.5, you just like grabbed that, whatever that feat was, and then I can just fire into combat, no matter.
Yep. Yeah.
And getting that feat, I don't think there was any, like, it was just a normal feat. There wasn't like, have to have X, Y, and Z feat. No, you have that.
All right. I think good to go. So, some guards come over to your cell. They bring you guys out and lead you up this tunnel, and you can faintly hear the shouting and cheering of the arena.
Warcall, tell me again why the folks called you Warcall.
We're brothers. Why do you not know this? They
I
called
know,
me-
I just like you telling it.
It's because wherever I went, if they needed a fight, they needed something, I brought war, and I ended it. They called upon it, and I came. Let's do what we always do. Stick together. No matter what comes through those gates, we fight together, brother. We'll win.
Or I'll stitch you back up again.
Yes, yes.
My feet's in heel, yes.
I still have that scar on my leg. You need to work on it.
I never did pick up the needlework. That was the dead brother. Alas, poor Yorick, we knew you were.
All right. So, you guys are led up to the front gate. You can peer through the bars and see kind of out into the arena. Lots of rubble and obstacles and a couple of towers. Just as the bars swing open and the guards behind you push you out. Descending. Wow, you guys both go first too. So the doors open and you guys can step out into the arena and try and maneuver yourself.
I see. Oh, what's it doing? There we go. I see a tower. Tower to our north. Some rubble.
Oh, yeah.
General, where's the tactical advantage? They cover behind the wall? Maybe? And get a better idea of the situation?
Yes, yes. That's a good start. Head to the wall.
Oh, wait, how far do I move? Okay. Ruler. Can I make it to the wall? Yeah, I can make it to the wall. I'm gonna go move to the wall and take full cover, or full defensive, basically.
All right, gonna hide behind the wall.
Yeah, and see what's going on first.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna peer over the wall to see what's going on?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so as you do, across the arena on the far side, can everybody see? Okay, yeah. On the far side, another gate opens directly opposite of where you guys were, and this kind of hulking brute of a man walks out, and he looks around the arena, and he's got this huge, like, gnarly-looking club. And he takes the club and just cracks his shin, and he just snarls like, "Rah! Rah!" and like starts raging and bolts straight out into the arena towards you.
As a side note, Dan, is there a particular reason why my trident has a -1 attack modifier?
It's a sucky trend. It was made discount Trident shop.
Maybe it was. I don't know.
You'll
I mean, I can change it.
you'll want to actually work off of the NPC sheet on NPC tab of the character, just because the way that it's set up. It's a copy of an NPC. If you try and go through the core classes of all the other stuff, it won't line up with the relative power of that character to what you're supposed to be, if that makes sense.
Okay, so work off the NPC tab,
Yeah.
and that should do it. All right.
As far as the trident, why don't you have?
There it is.
Oh, there you go. So your attack is actually at 9. Oh, because you're 2-weapon fighting with the shield.
Ah.
Got it. Oh, and the shield's probably doesn't count as a light offhand. Okay.
Light. Run. 160.
Brother, how do you want to handle this one?
We flank him, we kill him.
So this guy is booking, and he runs all the way across the arena and nearly makes it to your guys at the wall.
Holy sh!
Damn.
Let's not try to outrun him.
Ain't gonna work.
Just as he's making it to your little wall that you guys are at, the door over on this side, it opens up, and these two confused and pretty meager-looking simpletons almost kind of wander out. They look like they've been kind of picked up off the street. They're wearing really mismatched armor, and they're wielding just what looks like a table leg, and another one just like a log or a piece of wood, some random thing, and I wasn't too far out. They both kind of wander out and kind of cower behind the wall next to a little barricade.
I'm sensing that those are hidden killers. We should be very afraid of them.
Yes, we should.
You hear another scraping, and then another person come out about halfway, see all the people coming out the other side of the arena, and he heads over to this tower and climbs up it. And he makes it up to the top. Just about as he's making it up to the top, you hear the other gates on the other side, just very near you, open up again, and two more kind of street urchin-y looking people wander out. And one of them makes it over to this barricade, pulls out a sling, and tries to attack the cannibal that was running.
Oh God.
but whips himself in the eye with the sling.
What did I tell you, killers?
The last gate on the far side from you, up on the corner, opens up, and another person that looks kind of like a sailor kind of comes out, and he pulls out a longbow and makes it over to this barricade and tries to. You can tell he's trying to assess the situation before doing anything. And then the other guy that came out of the gate with this other guy also comes over, but positions himself up against this barricade. And Yi, what would you like to do?
Let's take out the threat first, James. I'm going to move and use stunning. I'm going to declare that I'm going to use stunning fist on him.
Okay.
So I'm going to attempt to do that. And then I think I have to make I haven't played a monk before, so I assume I make an attack roll first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. NPC, where is your unarmed attack? Sorry about this. Improve on unarmed strike. Here we go. Did that roll something?
No, that's a feat. You need to roll your actual attack.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. There it is. Okay. Unarmed strike. I rolled a feat. No!
So you step out from this kind of like little barricade wall, and square off with him. So are you? Do you want to be like kind of like a Shaolin monk? Are you a street brawler? Are you a Chinese karate dude?
Well, I don't think I'm Chinese. I think I'm gonna be more of a street grapply guy or something like that.
Okay.
Yes.
So you come out from behind this wall, you kind of square off, and as he's running up to you, you rear back and you go for this solid punch right to the chest. But as he's running, he just dodges right out of the way, and it looks like he's just about to tackle you. Word call.
Flanking.
I'll move behind the cannibal and attack him.
Okay.
That's weird. Now, is my shield offhand light, or...
It should be light, yeah. Well,
I've got it. Oh, sorry.
what's the armor bonus on it?
It's 2.
Oh, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, it'll tell you what items you have. Combat
Okay,
gear.
I've got it. My brawler is a pretty boy like Vega from Street Fighter, but without the claws.
Yeah, it's a light shield.
Maybe eventually claws, but yeah.
I'm just still trying to figure out my attack bonus, because it doesn't seem right, but...
It's what the whole... It might be set up with your feats or something, because there's been a lot of that where I've been like, that doesn't make any sense. But as I get into it, the combination of feats or how it attacks.
Alright, I'll leave it alone. And make my attack. I'll leave it alone and trust it, even though it doesn't make sense to me, because with 2-weapon fighting, I feel like I should only have a -2 penalty to both attacks, but I don't know.
Until we want to make full characters, we're just gonna go with this, because they're
Yeah,
straight
no,
out
that
of the
makes sense.
bestiary. So, so you take your
not-
trident, you back up, and you lunge and you try and catch the this crazed looking. He looks almost kind of tribal, and he. Oh wait, flanking is a.
+2, I think, or I don't know.
+2 to bonus on melee attacks against a foe. So it's a 15.
Yeah. 15 and a 22.
Good call, because that just hit him. So as you
Yes!
lunge forward, he's spinning to the side trying to avoid Yi's fists, and you catch him as he's dodging right into your trident, and you stab him right in the side.
Also, as a side note, it's weird. Mine went straight to. Going off the NPC tab, it's right as far as the numbers come out, but if you look at the paper, it doesn't look right.
The
I don't know how
NPC
that works,
tab
but-
and the character tabs, they're calculated differently, and they're not really linked. So that's why if you try and go off of the character tabs, it's not going to be right. But if you go off the NPC tabs, trust me, I've had a
Right.
huge headache trying to deal
Yeah.
with them.
Oh,
Yeah, like I said, I don't like when I click that button. They wrote the rolls, and I look at it. Oh no, it's calculating, right? But I look at the description. It's like that doesn't. Theoretically, that shouldn't get me that number, but okay, I'm just gonna leave it alone, and it works. So
So this like tribal looking cannibal, he gets stabbed in the side, and he actually tries to tackle you, Yi, and bite
oh
you.
god. Oh shit.
Dang it, wrong one.
I am not food.
didn't he break his shin, or did he break his club over his shin?
He like was beating his own shin.
So he bites you, Yi. He deals 6 damage.
Okay. Let's see, where's my health? Initiative. Da-da-da. Fence dodge, evasion buffs.
And what's your CMD, combat maneuver defense?
Let's see. Quick stats. 6. Oh, defense, 22.
All right. So he bites you, and as he's biting you, he tries to wrap his arms around you and tackle you to the ground. But you're able to, with your big old muscles, you like punch his arm and block him off of you, and he just whip his arms off.
Fuck you, Mike Tyson.
Dude, it's not Mike Tyson. It's Blanca.
Oh, you're right.
So this guy over here, he pulls out a sling as well, and tries to. The tower's blocking his view, so he tries to hit Yi.
What a bastard!
James has a shield.
And the bullet kind of whizzes right between you and the little tribal cannibal in front of you. The guy up on the tower, let's see, okay. He takes out his longbow and fires at you, Warcall. But he seems to be pretty inexperienced with it as he lobs the arrow, and it makes it about 3/4 of the way and kind of skitters off in the rubble behind you. This guy, this idiot up there, 35. He makes it over to the tower, seeing the one guy climb up there, and also tries to get up. And he makes it up in the one round.
I love even their little models look silly.
And he just makes it up to the tower, and you can tell he's like winded.
James, let's push the tower over.
This guy, he also pulls out his sling, tries to whip another rock at you, even though you could tell his eyes. He's got one eye closed from the sling whipping him. This time he doesn't whip himself with it, but the rock just kind of you could whatever he's doing with his sling, it just goes off in the distance. Oh, yeah, Warcall, your AC's 23. You've got a tower shield. That's why it's.
Oh.
Oh, okay. But we're good. I don't have any questions with the character sheet anymore. I'll click the roll button. It seems to work out, so we're good.
This guy's standing behind the barrier. He takes his longbow and tries to shoot at you again. Warcall. And it actually hits the wall over here.
He's improved though, or one of them got further.
This guy, seeing this wild, raging, like tribal guy getting double teamed, he like lets out this and runs at you. I do want to say Benefisto. And swings this like half beaten up club with a couple of nails in it at you, and you just kind of barely put your shield out and it just goes Kong. Yee.
Let's see. Well, he's got all of his attention on me. James, do you think you need help? I could just go on the defensive and let you stab him in the back more, and then when he turns on you, I'll go on the offensive again.
Sounds good.
Okay. I'm just going to provoke him and go tasty or something like that, and but take a full defensive while keeping his attention.
Shake and bake. It's our classic move.
I've had my mic on mute. Sorry. You can do. There's. It's called Fight Defensively. You get -40 your attack rolls, but +2 dodge to your AC until the next turn. Or you can do full defense, not take an attack, and I think it's +4 to your AC.
We'll do the full provoke him, taunt him. Because he seems to have his attention focused on me for now. And if he goes for James, I'll punch him in the back.
And I'm not really worried about
I don't
the
really
rest
care
of the
about
people.
Yeah. He's going to do the whirlwind attack on you, James.
Just gonna throw dust in my eyes. Is that just off? Is this a pit?
Kind of, yeah. It's there's probably about like a 12-foot wall, or maybe a little higher, up to the stadium seating all around you.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I meant this specific thing I'm clicking over here.
Yes, the Earth kind of disappears from where you can see.
I'm kicking one of the simpletons in there. It's gonna happen. I'm just trying to think of interesting ways to kill these other people. I gotta keep the crowd entertained.
That's true, but we gotta take care of the threat
Well,
first.
yeah, this guy, we'll take care of him normal. But then these other people,
No, I agree. I like the way you think.
I'm just surveying the area. I like your idea of pushing a tower over.
I think it's +4. I can't find it, so we'll just go ahead and go. So you get +4 to your AC
Okay.
for now, and then War Call.
I'll keep stabbing the cannibal
Okay.
and not pay attention to the guy who tried to attack me. Actually, I'll look over my shoulder and laugh at him. Mocking him.
So you take your trident and just like bear down and stab him right in the right below the butt cheek in the thigh, and it kind of pushes him down onto one knee for a second as he gets back up and just goes ah, and like yells in your face, spittle flying at you. And he turns around and takes his club and swings it at you, and then tries to bite you right afterwards.
Oh, my turn.
Yep.
Oop, nope, wrong one. So he swings his club. You just kind of hold your shield up. It goes ding, and then he just lunges at you, tries to bite you, and you just put your arm up, and he bites you right on the arm guards. And he's like, ah, drool and kind of blood kind of streaking out of his mouth. This guy up at the top, he starts rearing up for another sling attack against you. And it actually hits the tower before it even gets anywhere. The kind of pirate-looking dude up in the other tower, he fires another shot of his longbow. Hey, you War Call. This time, the string snaps and the arrow falls off the bow and clatters through the wood scaffolding of the tower. The other kind of looking street urchin up in the other tower, he starts twirling his little sling again. And
Eldon.
he whips another rock right at you, War Call, and it actually tings off your shield and it's kind of goes ting, and scatters off. This guy, seeing his friend run up. Oh, dang.
Which one gets to get thrown into the pit?
He runs right here, and he makes it just all the way almost to you, but you can tell he's a little hesitant, and as he's running, he slings another rock at you. The sling, it looses too early, and the rock goes flying in a different direction.
To be frank, Warcall, when Eldon Brow said he had something special for us, I thought it was a threat.
These guys are pretty awesome.
I didn't know he was commenting on their mental capabilities.
You may. So this guy over here, he shoots another arrow. They're just going in random places at this point. The guy right behind you, James, he's like, ah! You can tell he's kind of like, it's like a whine scream, just like he's terrified, but he's trying to survive by trying to take you out in the back. He tries to get around your shield, and he hits you right in the back of the head, but it's not even a square blow, and it just skids right off your helmet. Ting!
You know who's going into the pit now.
Yee.
I'm gonna punch the cannibal in the back. Use a flurry of blows, or
Nice.
yeah, flurry of blows against the cannibal in the back.
All right. 23 and 14. And he's flanked. Both hit. How do you want to kill him?
So while he's got his back, I want to do that the neck snap.
Nice.
Steven Seagal.
Wrap around the neck and just drop down.
So as he turns away from you, as you like square off to like defend any blows, he totally ignores you, turns around, and you do that like crazy fast combo where you like kidney shot right in the ribs, right in the square of the back so it knocks his wind out, and then with your last arm you pull around his neck and you squeeze and then pull to the side, and you feel his neck just go and his body goes limp and slumps to the floor. War call.
Oh man, I know what I want to do, but I won't do that quite yet.
So as
Or should I?
Go ahead.
What the hell? So, not quite sure how this works, but I'm gonna bull rush / push this guy with my shield. It's gonna be my attempt. I'm gonna want to push him. Where's just the draw line? Oh, is it here? Oh, weird. I don't. That works. Why don't I start pushing him towards that way?
Okay.
You're
So-
the little guy that way. Yep.
Make a combat maneuver check.
I can't charge him and bull rush him, otherwise that's what I'd do, but I'm just like right there, so I figure have some fun with it.
You can charge. Well, no, because a charge you probably have to.
Yeah.
I probably have it to at least 10 feet.
You
I'll
have to
just make
move
my
at
combat.
least 10 feet. Yeah.
I'll just make my combat maneuver check. I think it's.
Yeah.
Is that it? Well, I got a natural 20. This poor bastard.
Holy cow, man! Alright, where's this? Alright, so you move him 5 feet for every 5 you exceed.
Oh god.
So his combat maneuver defense is 11. Do you have a benefit for bull rush?
I do not.
It'll be in the notes for your combat maneuvers. So 29.
If I'm raging, I think.
Oops.
Okay.
Wrong button.
So there's a
Once per round, the barbarian can make a bull rush attempt against one target in place of a melee attack. If successful, the target takes damage equal to the barbarian's strength modifier and is moved back as normal.
Do you have to be raging?
Huh. It doesn't actually say, but in parentheses it says rage, so I'm gonna assume yes.
Oh, it's a rage ability, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So you move him back 15
Fine.
feet. And he gets an attack of opportunity against you. You can move with him, but you don't have to.
Really? I will stay there then. That's hilarious. Just the boom.
So,
Get out of here.
so as you're stepping forward, you like hunker into your shield, and he tries to hit you as you're coming at him, and it hits the top of your shield, and it just jars his arm, and you come up and bash the living hell out of him and shove him back. He picks up off his feet, flies like 10 feet in the air, catches himself, and skids another 5 feet as he's just thrown away from you. And Bull Rush.
That was fun.
Hey, he's not in the pit yet.
Yeah, so
I'll get him there.
I know. I'm just teasing.
Cannibal is dead. So this guy, you don't really see what he's doing, but you see another sling rock come flying at you. Yee. Oh my god. Holy cow. Oh, no wonder they have a -1 to their attack rolls. He rolled a 19 and missed. So he thinks you see him and he's like bullseyed in, and he throws this rock, and it actually soars directly at you, Yi, and you get this second sense from all your brawls of secondary opponents coming at you, and you see it coming out of your corner of your eye, and you do one of those partial matrix moves where you just bend to the side, and the bullet just slings right past you harmlessly. This guy up in the tower, he's like, who the hell are these people? And he shoots another arrow at you. Good lord. Let me check something really quick. So the arrow comes flying at you, and it just soars over your head harmlessly.
Want to make sure you're actually doing it right.
262. Yeah, it is. Holy cow. Oh, you got a breastplate. Oh, and a light steel shield with shield spikes. Huh. Okay. You just have heavy ass armor.
Yeah, the armor class was pretty high. I was surprised.
It's because you got a magical breastplate +1 and a light steel shield +1.
That'll do it. And the dexterity ain't half bad either.
No. And you're not even raging. Well, when you rage, your armor class goes down.
Yeah. My attack goes up though.
Yes, it does. So this poor idiot, he just flings another rock. It hits one of the pillars of the scaffolding and scatters around him, and he's ducking and trying to figure out where the hell it's coming from.
By the way, how tall are those towers?
They're about 20 feet high.
Ah, okay.
How sturdy and heavy do they look?
You could probably push one over if you hit it hard enough. It's not it looks like it was built for entertainment and less for militaristic vantage points and
Entertained they will be.
Entertainment time.
so this guy right here, watching his buddy just like getting boot stomped 15 feet away. He turns and runs the fuck away. Straight line.
Good buddy.
The guy behind this little barricade. As you're dodging out of the way of the one sling bullet, an arrow comes out of the air and actually catches you right in the shoulder and
I'm
deals.
gonna use deflect arrows. I've got a deflect arrow thief. You have at least one hand free once per round. When you normally be hit by an attack with a ranged weapon, you may deflect it so you may take no damage. I have to be aware of the attack and not flat-footed.
Yep, which you are. So this arrow comes sailing out of the air. You just bend out of the way, and as you turn it around, you take your hand and snag the arrow right out of the air. See what?
Like fish in a barrel.
I didn't think it was gonna be this easy. So yeah,
What happens when it's random? You never know.
You snag this arrow out of the air, and then you crush it and snap the arrow in half in your fist. And you hear this little squeak. It's from the guy that just got boot stomped. It's even close to you, like he may have just had an Andy fountain. All right. That brings us to the guy that you boot stomped. He also is going to run after his friend.
Aww. It's gonna make it so difficult for me to throw them into the pit.
Use non-lethal damage. Non-lethal damage. Knock him out and throw him into the pit.
He gets that far away. All right, well,
Just drop.
go ahead.
No, I was just thinking out loud. It's like when I finally get to them, drop my shield, drop my trident, and just go, let's do this. Alright, no, go on.
All right, Yi.
So I'm gonna shout to Warcall, brother, with me, and I'm going to I'm gonna drop my initiative to his, I guess, and then I want I want to go run, do a big. The plan is that we both run and we jump kick this tower, like
Yeah.
double dragon style.
Well, I can't guarantee I'll jump and kick it, but I'll push it with my
Okay,
shield.
you run into it, and I will jump kick the tower.
All right, so you're gonna
Okay,
double
okay.
stomp the tower. That's awesome.
Yeah, full speed.
Yeah.
And see if we can knock it over.
Pretty
It'll have
much.
a charge attack, but yeah.
Yep, we'll charge it. Double our movement speed, we'll be alright.
Ah,
Boom! Where do I have to stand there? Boom!
Sorry, I muted my mic so you didn't hear me peeing. Figured you would appreciate,
we appreciate
that. All right, so who wants to Warcall? Are you gonna rage for this, or you're just gonna run? You're both gonna run and hit the tower.
Yeah, what the hell? This is an easy fight. I'll go ahead and rage for it.
Okay. So I want both of you to make a strength check.
Okay.
And Yi, if you score high enough, you will add a modifier to Warcall's attack, or vice versa.
Okay.
How'd you like to do? Does someone want to aid the other?
Yeah, I'll aid War Call. I think you've got higher strength. I'll do it.
So how do I click the buff to rage?
On your sheet, there should be a little buffs section up towards the top. Oh, here, whoop! You okay? Did you find it?
And the NPC section, or somewhere else?
Yeah, in the NPC section, yeah.
James, it's all you.
I see that. I can add a buff, but there's nothing.
It's on there. Here, I'm pulling it up. Whoa. Oh, it's not on there. Here, I know exactly what the buff is, so.
Okay.
It's. Rage. Ooh. Are you clicking on something? Hold on, let me type this in, because it keeps exiting out when you're doing
sorry.
something.
Oh. Okay, I'll leave it alone.
Yeah, just don't do anything. It's strength, constitution, will, and AC. Strength 4, constitution 4, will 2, AC -2. He's right there. What you doing, buddy? Playing with all the stuff. All right, there you go. And I just enabled it for you, so it should change all your stuff.
Okay.
Logan, Mama's got laundry. You want to play with some laundry? Yeah. Oh. All right, did you make your strength check?
Okay.
Yeah, strength.
Ooh.
I'm looking for the button.
Oh, I just went to core to do it.
Yeah, I want to avoid that because I don't know if that's right, but
Yeah, I didn't see any on the NPC.
maybe that's what I have to do. Because my buff's not there. That's okay, though.
Yes!
I think it's a +2 because that's or I think that's also +2 because my strength went up by 4. Is that right for my buff? So my strength's supposed to be at a 20 now, or did I need to activate? No, it's enabled. Are you on mute again, Dan?
You're right, I am. Strength 20. Yeah, so it should be... Oh, that's weird. It didn't... Oh, no, because it does... Oh, that's... Why isn't it doing it? So, for some reason, it's not calculating right. But yeah, it's +5. So,
Okay. Just +2
24.
to that, so 24.
So, Yi runs up, and he like flying jump kicks this tower, and bounces off of it. like your legs just kind of buckle and you fall on the ground. But Warcall, you run up. You don't just like haphazardly hit the tower. You like slam against the scaffolding and push, and this whole thing cracks, creaks, groans,
Glory!
and then just topples over. The guy up top needs to make acrobatics
Poor
check.
bastard. He didn't make it.
No, not even close. Sweet.
That poor bastard.
I think it's 1d6 points of damage for every 10 feet.
I can't believe you rolled a 1. Not that I think it would have mattered too much.
He makes it worse.
So, what did I said the tower is like 20 feet high?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1d6. So this guy, the tower goes toppling over. He dives off trying to get away, but he falls through the air and lands on his head. You hear this sickening. You hear this sickening. And his body stops moving.
I got it!
Oh my god, at this, the whole crowd just like erupts with not only laughter but cheers. Like there's this surge of energy coming up from the crowd. As the tower topples towards the guy over here in the corner, he's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, and he runs over here.
Oh,
And gets
so
behind
worth
this other pirate-looking dude. The guy up in the tower over here, he's like, what the? And tries to fire an arrow at you.
Oh, he wants to stay on the tower.
You may want to rethink your life choices.
He kind of aims his bow up maybe a little bit more than he was used to, looses an arrow, and as you're distracted with this tower, it actually hits you in the shoulder and deals 3 points of piercing damage.
Which of us?
Sorry, Warcall. He had to roll a 19 to hit you.
And I was raging, so it -2 to mine. AC. But so worth it. I don't care.
So the guy that just died off the tower was the one that was up next.
I love that I got the 1 for the acrobatics check too.
Right? That's glorious.
So good.
That's strange. It's not letting me delete him. That's okay. So the couple of guys that ran away, they make it behind this barricade. And both fire some slingshots at you, Warcall. Um, however, we know that they're even if they hit, their little arrows just ting off of them. Or a little. Wow, he actually rolled pretty high too. So one of them, the little bullet comes flying across, and just tings off your shield. It actually would have been a square hit, but you're too heavily armored. And the other one, it hits the tower where he's near. Poor guy. This guy, seeing his other friend hit you, tries to fire another arrow, but it just whizzes over your head. So that was your first round of raging. Yi.
James, who's next?
The other guy in the tower, but I think I'm gonna throw a javelin at him.
Okay. I'll go after his friend then. I'll let go after that guy. Oh, where'd my screen go?
Yeah, I'll take the javelin guy. You go take those two behind the barricade.
Okay. And then we'll save the guy who's hiding behind the pirate to throw in the pit.
Yeah, we can throw that guy in the pit. There's two other ones over there. We'll,
Yeah.
we'll bully them. Oh, you gonna go that way?
Let's see.
You're gonna go bully the simpletons?
Yeah.
What's your base
you can
speed
move.
is,
My 40.
which means at a
Because of the
full
monk?
sprint, you can run 160 feet.
Okay. Do I want to be next to these? You know what? Let's just. I can attack them, but I think that'll be pretty freaky if I just run at them. I'm gonna run at them, stop on a dime, and go ha! Surprise! You know, like Dragon Ball Z, where the enemy just like suddenly appears in front of you.
All right. Yeah, you
Yeah.
easy.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, no. All right, war call.
So, I'm just curious, because I don't know the rules exactly. How much of a penalty would I take if I tried to chuck a javelin 85 feet?
The max range of a javelin is 50.
Okay.
So if you, let's see, if you ran,
Can move 30.
if you ran 40, he'd be at the extent of your range, but you could probably hit him if you ran halfway. Although, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, if you ran 40 feet up and you could still take your turn, you could just hit him.
Okay. Then I'll take my javelin out as a running start with my shield out. I'll run the 40 feet and chuck my javelin at him.
All right. Make your attack.
Run to right there and
He's gonna move through javelin.
is that right? I don't know if I clicked the javelin button.
Yeah.
It's ranged. I forget sometimes it adds extra dice to the roll just for looks.
It
I was like, why
it
did
because it rolls
Oh.
the crit at the same time.
the crit chance at the same time? That's right.
All right.
Ah! Like I'm an Olympic javelin thrower. You know. I gotta practice.
I gotta name my guy Goku.
Um,
He's
By the way, Michael, side note, as Dan's figuring this out, if my javelin doesn't hit him after you deal with those simpletons, I'm going to run up to under the tower, and next turn you'll jump off my hand, and I'll try and throw you up there.
It's a pretty high jump to make. I'm not sure.
No, I'm going to throw you.
Throw me? Okay.
So
Maybe,
it's
I don't know. I was just thinking.
It's -2 for each full range increment, and you're firing 4 range increments. -6. You still hit him.
Not necessary.
He does have partial cover from the tower.
Oh.
Roll a d100.
Oh, that's the best thing to roll.
So you run up, pull back, and throw this javelin, and it just soars through the air up into the scaffolding, and hits this guy right in the upper part of the chest, and whips him around. He staggers back and falls against the scaffolding post, and nearly gets knocked off. But then kind of steadies his feet and bleeding profusely from his chest.
Oh, God.
So this guy, another bullet comes whizzing past your head and it just flies right by. The guy that got hit by the javelin, he just like, "Rah, son of a," and then tries to shoot back at you with his bow. Oh my goodness, your armor is insane. So he takes
Against
aim.
these guys.
He takes aim, looses an arrow. It soars through the air and it like hits you square in the chest, and it just sticks into your armor and does nothing. And you just glare at him through just like red hot eyes in rage. He's dead.
What?
This guy that's right next to you, Kyle, he's like, holy shit, his eyes are all wide and white as you come running up. He drops his little pea shooter sling and then just swings this gnarly looking like haphazard club at you. Tracy. And he swings at you, and you just kind of like move your arms past and like deflect his club very easily. The other guy behind the barricade tries to fire another arrow at you. Oh. And the arrow just goes whizzing right by again. This little villager, he comes running up and gets on your flank, Yi, and swings wildly with this chair table leg. Flanking. And just as you're dodging out of the way, the one, you just kind of pull back a little bit, and the club whizzes right in front of your face. This is this ball of fury and fists come running up out of nowhere and dodging everything. Yi, what do you do?
Well, I'm gonna kill one first. So I'm gonna flurry of blows. This guy, or the bottom guy, bottom right guy. And where is that? Here it is.
How do you want to do this?
I want to snatch out his eyes.
Yes.
Holy crap! So, as you go swinging this club over your head, as you like just dodge it out of the way, you come back with one hand and just grab his face, and you snatch inside his eye socket, and you just grab hold and tear out his eye. As you do, with your other fist, you're coming back and you uppercut his jaw, and he just goes and spews blood out of his mouth as he falls backwards on the ground. Gruesome bastard.
What have you done, Dad?
War call.
I guess I'll get closer and chuck another javelin at this guy.
You're not gonna take out the tower?
2 for 2? I can
Yeah, that's
try
true.
it.
A little
Do it.
stale. Yeah.
Little
I'll
step.
hey, screw it. Stale or not, I'll try it again.
You could try and topple the tower on top of the other guy that's fighting Yi.
Smash me, brother.
Yee. I'll try and push the tower over again. Why the hell not?
All right.
I'm sure one of these times it'll end up embarrassing in my face. Still roll from the core, right?
Yeah, and then or you can just roll a d20 and we'll add 5. Either way.
Either way. Do I have any hero points?
No, you have nothing. So you run up and you try to tackle the wall, and because of the shoddy workmanship of this thing, it's not like sturdy, and the supporting beams just flex, and you don't expect them to flex so much, and they actually push you backwards 5 feet. So you get knocked back over here. Another oop, wrong one. I made it so you were attacking yourself. That was weird. So yeah, another sling bolt comes flying at you from over here, and the guy up in the tower, feeling it kind of rock, he's like, "You mother!" and fires another arrow at you. This time, because how close you are, he just bears down, and this arrow sinks right into your chest, scoring a critical hit.
Uh-oh. Got to give the fans a little bit of show. Can't just dominate all of them.
And deals 2 points of damage.
All right then.
It's just a flesh wound.
Oh, he's dead. The other pirate-looking guy tries to fire another arrow at you from your left. And the arrow just goes whizzing by as you're getting pushed back from the tower. The street urchin that is right to your left, Yi, he watches you snatch the eye out of his friend. And he goes running across the arena and starts trying to claw at the gate to try and get back in. like screaming, "Let me in! Let me in! Let me out!" Yee.
Oh. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to get a ruler to see how far I can move. That's not the right button. Okay, what did I do? Oh, there it goes. Okay.
You should climb the tower and kick the guy off.
There's a corpse next to me, right? How heavy does this guy look?
He's probably about 140, 160.
Yeah, it's probably a little heavy. Toss up 20 feet.
Yes. you know instinctually that would be impossible.
Oh, okay.
I don't even think I can do that in my rage state.
Trying to climb it. The guy just has a bow, right?
Yep.
I think so.
Okay, I'm gonna. Let's see. I'm gonna. Should I climb the tower? What do I want to do?
Unless you have some kind of jump skill, I don't think you can
I
jump
don't
it.
think I could jump that.
You'd have to climb it, yeah.
You know what?
What
I'm
you
gonna
could do is
attempt
you
to.
could... Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You could bull rush him and try and kick him off the tower, and maybe he'll make it to the pit.
Yeah.
Or he'll fall to my feet, and then I'll drag him by his hair and toss him into the pit.
Oh, do I want to do that, or do I want to try to push the tower? Well, yeah, I'll try the bull rush. I'm not as strong as you, so I'm gonna attempt to go up the tower and bull rush him,
All right.
if that's possible. A climb check, I assume.
Yeah.
Where would that be? Let's see. Here it is. Skills. Climb. First.
So yeah, you just like ninja climb up the tower.
Okay, and then what do I do to try to get him off?
Combat maneuver check.
Whoa! I didn't say get him off, Michael. I said kick him off the tower.
There's a there's a lightning fist.
Ah!
We practice this in the temple.
Roll for chafing.
Let's see. So I guess it's in the core to actually roll the combat maneuver thing.
No, it should be an NPC tab. It's way down at the bottom,
Oh, at the bottom. Thank you, James.
or something like that.
This
Maybe not
special-
way at the bottom, but
It's like
after,
halfway down, yeah.
in statistics.
Okay. Oh, come on.
This just the CMB button.
Okay. I'm trying to get there, but my thing's freezing up.
Mine too, yeah.
Are you guys still there?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, come on, roll. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, and we're good. Add new weapon, statistics, blind fight. Under skills, James, I'm not.
Under statistics, it should
Under-
be there.
Under statistics. I am so blind, just say. It's me all the time. Under statistics, spells. Statistics. Oh, thank you. Got it. Sorry, that took longer than it needed to. Yes!
Holy cow! So are you trying to push him off towards the pit?
Oh, yes.
What'd you roll?
20.
Oh,
26.
yes.
Yeah, solid 20 and then modified 26.
Like you kicked him into it. Ninja kick.
Let's see. Where is it?
If I don't quite make it, just gonna kick his body into the pit, please.
As I walk by, just shove it over as I just Hulk at the two guys left. Huh.
13.
And we are 20 feet up in the air, so there's like elevation. I don't know.
Physics.
Oh yeah.
He just, I think what Dan's trying to calculate, does he go over the pit?
Oh, I missed.
You kicked him too hard. Him landing right in front of it would be funny too, though. Not as good as him landing into the pit.
So he goes flying through the air as you run up the tower and put like you just double fist punch him with your hands right in the chest and like kind of push up, and he goes flying off the tower just screaming "Ah!" as he's falling backwards, flies 20 feet through the air with the height, lands right on the edge of the pit. And his feet slip backwards and he lands on the ground and catches himself without falling into the pit, but his feet are kind of dangling over it. And you can tell he lands kind of hard on the ground, and like you hear this as he hits the ground.
James, set.
War call.
So how
What do you do?
How close is he to the pit? Can I like just kind of take my boot and just kind of force his head so he falls into the pit? Just like, you know, like that guy who's dangling on the edge and you like step on his fingers, but instead you just
He's not dangling on the edge. Like his legs are dangling over the edge, but like his waist is still on the ground. So you could like curb stomp, kick him in the face, and try and kick him into the pit. Or
That's
I
what
don't
I'll
know.
do. That's what I'll do, basically.
Make a combat maneuver check.
Hopefully it doesn't blow up in my face as I roll a 1 and fall into the pit myself. Oh god.
Drags you into the pit.
It drags me into the pit. What have I done? I didn't roll a 1. I didn't get a 20 either, though. You may not go in the pit. We'll find out.
You rolled 22. Oh, it's not showing for you guys. Oh, here, I got a way to fix it so you guys can see your rolls. You got a 22 on your roll.
I know.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
a 13 plus a 9.
Oh, okay. I guess I just don't see it.
No, yeah,
It's-
it's been doing just to,
To the GM. Oh, I see.
yeah.
Oh, because it's the NPC thing, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just changed the sheet settings so that War Call, your sheet will now roll for everybody. And
Sweet.
let me do it for yours too.
I mean, I figured it was an easy fix, but it wasn't that big of a deal. I was like, whatever. We see the outcomes. We hear them.
So you turn around and just kind of do like this hop skip and just boot kick him right in the teeth. And you watch a couple of teeth like kick off in a different direction. And his head snaps back and he claws at the ground as he falls into this pit. As you hear these rattles and snakes start hissing and biting down in the darkness, and
Oh.
the last fatal screams disappear. This guy dies inside this little pit.
Yes.
Sweet Jesus. Trying to catch you off guard. Oh my god. This little the guy next to this other pirate, he tries to do another sling bolt, and he actually whips the other guy to his right in the back of the shoulder, and you hear this, what the fuck? It's like watching Arnold Schwarzenegger fight the Three Stooges.
It really is.
So this other pirate-looking dude tries to fire another arrow, and like getting whipped in the back of the shoulder, his arm gets stuck out of the way, and he loses an arrow kind of up into the crowd. And as you watch it sail through the air, you watch it kind of bounce off this barrier in the middle of the air, and this like magical shimmer scatter out from where the arrow hit.
No shooting the crowd. Okay.
Can't track my weapon into the crowd as a souvenir. As a souvenir. I'm giving him a souvenir.
James, as much as you dislike the Emperor, you cannot.
It's signed with blood.
Yeah. I signed my name on it. But there you go.
The last poor like street urchin dude is just clawing at the gate, screaming at the top of his lungs.
I got
Gee.
2 disgusting ways to kill these people.
What's the plan, General?
Well, for that guy over there, depending how wide the gate things are open, we're just gonna squish him by trying to force him through it, since he wants to get out so badly.
Oh my god.
This guy with this guy with the bow, I just want to take his bow and like use the string to strangle him to death.
Well, it is.
I don't know about that.
Yee,
I don't know
it's your
about this
turn.
guy.
Well, I have to get down. So I'm.
You could jump
Let's
if
see.
you wanted, or you could climb down.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna climb down and then get behind the tower for cover, and take a defensive this turn.
Okay.
Do I need to make a climb check or?
No, you're not like under threat trying to get it done really quick. So,
Got it.
you know,
okay.
trying to get up the tower or do something to still make an attack, you would, but
Yeah.
war call. So this little barrier is also those like sharpened sticks that are all, hashed to ward off like attackers or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Just knowing
Okay,
your
then.
sadistic mind.
I know how to kill both these people. How heavy is this? Which one to kill first? All right, so I'll just say what I'd like to do. I'll start with this guy, this poor bastard. I want to pick him up and impale him on the barrier.
Okay.
You know in Gladiator how that one battle when Harkin punches that guy and then lifts him up and impales him on the side? That
Yes.
kind of thing.
Okay.
That's what I'm going for.
Make a combat maneuver check to grapple him. All right. So you reach forward, you grab him by the like scruff of this really ratty looking leather armor. Make a strength check.
It's just really not fair. +2, so 16. I'll sit with my back, not my legs.
Lift with your back, not your legs.
That's what I did. I was supposed to lift with the legs.
11 plus 5, 16. Let me see here.
I'm quite sadistic. It's only to entertain the crowd, though. It's the only reason.
Yeah.
Your strength is 20.
You gotta win the crowd. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Roll a d6 and add your strength. Sweet mother of... So you grab this poor dimwit, and you see his eyes go wide as you like grab him, and you pick him up in the air, and you got this shit-eating grin as you do, and you turn and just slam him down on the barricade, and 2 of these posts pierce through his chest and just... he dies gurgling in his blood. The shipmate to your side gets an attack of opportunity. Whoa. And he actually swings his scimitar at you, and as you're picking him up out of the air, the other guy, he slashes down your side, and it just gouges out down your ribs and deals 16 points of piercing damage.
Whoa.
Whoa. Critical hit?
Yeah.
You all right there, buddy?
I'm fine.
Okay.
But if you want to come kill him, you can. I don't really care.
I think my character is just going to... I haven't decided whether he's going to posture to the ladies, act bored, or jump over the pit. I think I'm just going to jump over the pit back and forth, and then,
Well, because there's
jump to
this
the ladies.
guy,
Yeah.
there's this guy, and the guy that's over by Warcall.
Yes, but my brother is in that mood.
That mood. So you're gonna rile up the crowd?
Yeah. Yeah.
Make a you probably don't have performance. Make a
What do I have? Escape artist. Right,
make
so I
a
have
diplomacy check.
A, B, C, disguise. Oh, it's not on here. What do I have?
You don't have diplomacy?
Nah, I've got a -1 to bluff.
Make a charisma check. Just
Charisma
roll
check.
d20
Okay,
and
yeah.
add.
Cool, I can do that.
Mr. Miss a -1. But he
Yeah.
rolled a natural 20.
So you come out from behind the scaffolding and you raise up your arms and you're like, yes, yes, like just we're awesome, and the crowd is just erupting and you just feel the energy. Warcall, you get you can add a d6 to your next roll.
Nice.
Nice. Did he drop his bow?
He
or I will do what I said then somehow. I will pick it up and using the string as leverage, like pulling on the bow, basically try and choke him out. Just choke him to death.
Make another grapple check, combat maneuver.
I'm really not sure how this works, but it seems fun. Seems like a good idea. I'm not actually sure if physically the bow string would hold up to that, but
We'll get to that.
do you want me to add a d6?
No. So you snag his bow and you wrap it around his throat and pull the string tight, snapping the bow in half as you wrap the string around his neck. Make a Strength check.
+2, 21.
Nice. So you draw the string tighter and tighter as he's like trying to fight off with his sword. Roll a d4. And so it's actually getting so tight you see the skin bulging around the string as it's starting to kind of like garrote him.
All right.
The shipmate is a little pirate guy. He's going to try and break your little grapple here. What's your combat maneuver defense? He doesn't make it. just in case. What's your combat maneuver defense?
Let's see. Where's that? Combat maneuver defense. That's still in statistics. Where's that?
Yeah, right next to where
Combat.
you roll.
Combat maneuver defense 23.
So he tries to get his hands underneath the bowstring, but it's so small, he's just clutching at his throat, and you see like he's clawing his own skin off, and he's starting to bleed profusely. The other guy at the gate is screaming now, like just screaming at the top of his lungs, and you hear this. And he slumps backwards, and there, you see a halberd stuck through the bars, come back in from one of the guards, and he slumps over dead, clutching his bowels as they just like leak out onto the ground. Poor bastard bleeds out. Go ahead and make another. Was it? I think,
Combat maneuver.
No, I think once you're grappling him.
It's just a basic attack.
No, roll another grapple combat maneuver check, but you have a +4 to maintain the.
You'll maintain it? Okay.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
While James is doing this, my character is bored. He climbs back up on the tower and starts like balancing on one of the posts or something. Practice.
Roll an acrobatics check. Jeez. So Yi is up on the tower, like doing one-handed handstands, balancing on the top of this like rickety scaffold, and Vorkal lets out this like primal roar as you just cinch down this bowstring. How do you want to do this?
Just the classic garrote to where it like beheads him.
Oh god! I don't know. That's a classic word. They like choked to death, James.
Alright, fine. Not the classic garrote. I behead him with the string.
James classic. Okay, got it.
The
If you're
war
using,
call
like-
classic.
Yeah, war call classic.
So you pick him up with this bowstring as it cinches tighter and tighter. Your hands start getting bloody from the bowstring cutting into your own hands, and it just fuels your rage. And you pull in both directions, and you watch as it slowly slices through his neck, and then just clean cut, and his head pops off, rolls off, and the body just slumps on the ground as it bleeds out next to the guy skewered on the barricade. And the crowd just screams. They're just cheering and chanting, yeah! And as they do, the gate that you guys came in on opens up. signaling your return to your cells as a handful of guards come out from some of the other gate openings and start hauling away your grisly, hobo murdered corpses.
Well, that was fun.
Yes, it was.
That was actually thoroughly enjoyable.
We kept on getting the rolls, I know.
Yeah, like I couldn't get it. It's like, oh, well, we'll try this. Okay, we'll try this. Okay. We keep getting these rolls.
Yeah, you guys made some awesome rolls. So you guys are led away from the grisly battlefield. The sounds of the arena die down, and you guys are led back into the chambers below, alive to fight another day.
That's a pretty good stopping point for me. That was, yeah.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
That was a high point. Did you keep the recording going?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
So for anyone crazy enough to watch you guys just slaughter a bunch of street urchins and petty thieves,
I really hope.
a couple of village idiots.
It's probably worth it just to watch till we push the tower over. Where
Oh my
like
God.
all of us were just no sound but laughing as we were trying. We were all stifled over.
Because he rolled a 1. He rolled a 1.
The luck.
Fawn broke his neck falling to the ground. That was easily the most entertaining battle I think we've had besides lighting Andrew on fire.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Oh,
you
we'll
toppled
put him
the
out.
tower,
Light him on
broke the
fire.
guy's neck. Toppled the tower, broke the guy's neck, threw a guy in a pit full of snakes after launching him off of a tower 20 feet through the air, picked somebody up, skewered him on a spike barricade, and then garrote beheaded somebody with his own bowstring. If only you'd had enough time to extrude the last guy through the gate.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucked up. I get some crazy ideas from video games. What can I say? Oh,
that was awesome.
good stuff. Those are fun. Those are fun adventures that we can just jump into if we don't have enough people. But
That's
still
what
keep playing.
I figured. Yeah, the arena is a pretty good, easy spot to jump into. And like I said, if either of you want to, pop in and do a side adventure, we could keep playing in the same world, and I could, feed you information for different areas, or continue with this or whatever.
On that note, I will I don't know if I should email you or something like that. Did you encounter any good guides or good resources for making maps or doing some of this stuff, or that was particularly useful, or was it more kind of figuring it out on your own? Was the way to go?
For the interface itself?
Yeah, for working within the D20 system, was there anything that's particularly helpful, or was it more of trial and error?
For sure, do the Roll20 tutorial.
Okay.
I actually just did that this last week, and I learned a bunch of new things. That'll give you a good baseline of where to start from. And then it's going to be more knowing the Pathfinder rule set. Reading through that. But, when I get a chance, I try and sit down. If I'm on the toilet, I'll read,
Yeah.
the acrobatics section or whatever. But I figure between the lot of us, we can help each other with any rule callings or whatever else.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I just think it would be, now that I actually have some done doing grading and the teaching thing, and it's just kind of writing, I'll actually have some time to think about making a side quest. And I think it'd be fun to try to throw something out there so you could, have the whole player experience too.
Yeah.
But I've got to learn how to work the system and things. So cool. I'll check out the tutorial first, though.
And like I said, I'm on pretty much all week long. I've at least logged in. So if I don't answer right away, I might just be out and about. But I can usually chat a little bit throughout the week.
Oh, sounds good. I might take you up on that.
Cool.